Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. What's up with y'all, man? Shout out to the Nets fans. We the best fans. And I gotta say, I appreciate the Nets for really competing with the Knicks tonight after, you know what I mean, what happened in the Garden, seeing this kind of, you know what I mean, comeback that showing effort like that. I gotta say, I appreciate that. We ain't get the win, but I found out some great things about the players, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like Josh Minot. He was hooping, bro. He was hooping. Shout out to Nolan Traore being able to find players that's hot too, feeding him the ball. You know, I like Nolan Traore. You know what I'm saying? Well, how many assists Nolan Traore had tonight? Uh, Nolan Traore had 7 assists, 7 assists, 4 turnovers. He got to work on his turnovers, but he's definitely somebody I like. I like how he plays defense even in the fast breaks. When they just try to go up, he tie up the ball. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot of good stuff. There was a lot of different stuff that happened tonight. Shout out to Joey BK. Shout out to Jellio in the chat. You know what I mean? The thing with Mitchell Robinson, remember that? Mitchell Robinson when he tried to they threw an alley and Nolan broke up the alley oop and he kind of fell awkward and then Mitchell Robinson tried to stand over with his bitch ass. Like fuck out of here, bro. Like you ain't have to stand over him and do all of that. He ain't foul you egregiously. Even the refs looked at it and said it was a common foul. So don't make it seem like he did you dirty. Like that was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? We don't respect that. Nah, I mean, I was playing dirty, and my thing is, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think the Knicks are going to make it through the Eastern Conference. To the way they played us tonight, they wasn't looking like sharp and just fantastic. They wasn't look. It made me feel like they ready to win it this year. Even with Cade Cunningham being out, they didn't really make me feel like that. I feel like they was beatable. I feel like we could have beat them, you know. And I gotta say, as much as I don't want to put this on the refs, you know, I can't help but to acknowledge we was 10 for 10 at the free throw line, and they were 23 for 32. Like, what? So they was physical with us, and they didn't get foul called. Like, they wasn't calling fouls on them, but they was calling fouls on us. And I'm not jacking that disparity. Like, we talking about 22 extra free throws to beat the Brooklyn Nets by 1 point. That's what we talking about. It took them 22 extra free throws to beat the Knicks by 1 point. It's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see net fans in the chat. We got a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? And you know, I ain't gonna hold y'all because I'm gonna close out at 2 hours. But shout out to all of the members of the page. Y'all already know Jellio and Joey's members on the page. Maybe they'll join the panel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn LM, Mr. Seahorse, J Noel 24, Javon Ship, Big Homie Stay Solid, Lee 4788, Sam Edelman, Alicel 3, G Wiz 911, Player One, Jamal, a franchise, Jesus said. We got Joey on the panel. I'm gonna just finish the members. Joey a member, y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maria Signal Moore, Jelly once again. Marcus Ness DNA, Beeman Boy again, of course, Joey BK, Cooney Jean Philippe, GIHF underscore Carter, Brooklyn LM. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nets fans is the best fans. We out here. Yo, what you seen out there tonight, Joey? Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's good, bro? Listen. I ain't even really tripping about. Listen, man, I got these Knicks fans, and they are mad at me, bro.
Yeah,
Because I
tell me
said,
why.
listen,
You're a hero over here. What's good though?
bro, I told them, listen, pretty much the Knicks fans are going to gloat if they win tonight, but we'll sit back and laugh at them after
Mm-hmm.
they lose in the playoffs and they realize they ain't got no draft capital. You feel me?
Mm.
But that's neither
Yeah.
here nor there. They frauds, bro. Tonight
Mm.
proves these niggas are fucking frauds. And listen, I want to read this quote that Josh Minot said. John sent it
Talk
to me.
that
Read
shit.
it,
We
bro.
gonna
Read it. John sent it to me. This is the type of dog we need, Breezy.
yeah.
Josh Minot said, hold on, to Brian Lewis on the Knicks and Nets and Knicks rivalry. I wanted that shit so fucking bad. Ever since
Mm.
we've been here, it's like every game's an away game. tonight was just the night to really just stick it there to everybody, just as an
Mm.
organization, as a team, to show people that we got shit here. So yes, that's the type of dog we need here in Brooklyn. You
Right.
hear
Hell
me?
yeah.
Joe
Right.
Tsai. Listen, Joe Tsai, you better open that pocketbook up. You better open up that checkbook for Josh Minot when it's time and ready to pay that young man, because we need
Facts.
that type of mentality in Brooklyn.
For sure, for certain. I totally agree. And I agree with his sentiments. I meant to start the show that way, but I forgot. And I feel shout out to Joey for doing that. Yo, Joey, the dude, him, Zaire Williams, but those two, yeah, they gotta make the rotation. They gotta
Oh
be
yeah,
part
man.
of what
Josh
we're
Minot.
going for.
Listen, I know I'm gonna sound like a casual, but Josh Minot looking like he's clearing Mikal Bridges right now. I'm just saying that's the
Oh,
type of
yeah,
feeling I'm getting right now. He's clearing 5-pick Mick.
Talk to
Six
him.
pick Nick.
Listen,
Yo,
but
right. Yeah. What
but
McCall
but
did
but
tonight? He had three. What? He had 9 points, 3 for 7. Nasty work.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even tripping about it. I ain't even tripping about it because, like, you know me, I'm pro tank. Listen, us getting AJ DeBoncia is more important than beating the fraud ass Knicks in a game in a regular season game.
Right.
You feel me? But I'm
Yeah.
just happy my boys battled. Like they made them sweat, Breezy. You feel me?
For
They
sure.
didn't just lie down and roll over. So they
Nope.
thought it was gonna be like the last 40, 50 point win that they got when we
Yeah.
had all these young players who barely were in the league, didn't know anything. They thought it was gonna be that type of energy tonight. But we showed them fraud motherfuckers.
Yeah, and also on the recap, I'm looking at it now. I'll pull it up in a second, but I don't want to deviate too much. I want to go to John and bring it back. It says Eric Slater. He says to Josh Minot. He said Josh Minot says Carl Anthony Towns doesn't like physicality. He said I played with Cat for 2.5 years. I know I'm like this, and he don't like physicality. I love Cat, but he don't like physicality. That's my boy too. I hope this angers him. Now, to Joey,
Man,
that's more of the shit that I'm agreeing with. Like, that's the type of mindset that we
he
need.
sound like
That's
a
the
nigga that should be in Brooklyn.
yeah, bro. This is the Brooklyn grit that we need, bro. Yo, Josh Minot might not. He is. I ain't gonna lie. He like my favorite player on the Nets right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nolan Traore. He was the other day, but tonight it was Josh Minot. If it's any player on the Nets that want to gain fans and want to be a fan favorite, you do what you do what Josh Minot did tonight.
Fact.
He became a fan favorite immediately. I
Fact.
seen him hit a 3-pointer off the backboard. I said, "Oh, I like this."
But this game couldn't have panned out any better than us. Like, we played hard, we played the young guys. We pushed the Knicks to the limit, and we still got the L, which I'm pro tank. So I know some people probably wanted to beat the Knicks, but then again, in the long run, is it really worth it? So I'm happy. It was a perfect tank game. So
it answer a lot of questions. And again, do you know me? I'm being fair. I've seen the way Ben Saraf was playing Brunson. That's what we kind of expected from Drake Powell. And I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I think that Ben Saraf got Brunson number is because both of them left-handed. And I seen them visibly watching when I was watching again, they took Brunson left hand away. No matter if he's gonna fake it, go around, if he's gonna go around the screen or fake, like he don't want the screen, he always trying to find his way left. Always. And Ben Saraf wasn't having that shit, bro. And then after that, Jordy started trapping him. They was kind of beating the trap, but that's the right mindset to beat the Knicks. I see a lot of holes in their game. I don't think they make it out the Eastern Conference this year. I don't. But John, talk to us, man. What you seeing out there tonight, man? What's the word?
All I saw tonight is the Brooklyn culture, man. Finally, it felt like we felt that in Brooklyn, man, and we haven't felt that in a long time. But why not? Josh Minot, this kid, man, since he came over with that dunk against Boston, which he's dunked more than Jay Wilson has in 3 years, mind you, he showed he wanted to be here. But that quote tonight from Joey, man, ice in his veins. Josh Minot. This guy said he bleeping wanted it in that quote, and we wanted to, man. I don't care if it was a take, non-take. You show up against Knicks, you show up to win. You show up to win. And me and Breeze, man, we've been saying all year, man, the games we want the Nets to win the most is against New York. And they stuck with Mikal over there, 9 points, 3 more than the picks we traded. We got for him. Amazing, man. And Cartown's the big meow. Minot was locking him up tonight because he knows him. This kid is a competitor. We saw the best version of Minot tonight. 6 3-point shots. This kid was like a laser beam out there saying, pass me the ball. I got this. This kid wants to be the next Brooklyn Net, and we got confirmation tonight, man. Kid is playing with
he was keeping us in the game, John. He was knocking down some clutch 3-pointers, keeping us close, keeping it, you know what I mean, single digits. When we had a scoring drought and we didn't know where to go to for offense, he was right there. He was right there. Zaire Williams did his thing, man. What do y'all think about Chaney Johnson? I think he got some good to him. I kind of like his game.
Chaney's an interesting kid, man. 6 assists, I'll take it. But yeah, man, I said this post about Minot. I said Brooklyn grit, Brooklyn hustle, the Brooklyn way. Josh Minot. I hope they give that kid a contract because if you're trying to build a roster to start winning, I want this kid playing off the bench. Give me those hustle minutes. And Zaire, I'm so glad you brought up. Listen, since Zaire came here from Memphis, this kid has worked his ass off, getting better at the 3-point game, being more of a rim runner, cutter, trying to impact the game so much, especially defensively. We talk about who shows up every day defensively, ready to give the other team work. It's Zaire. And even tonight, man, I saw leadership from Zaire. I saw him yelling off the bench when the refs were giving the Knicks those shitty calls, saying, what are you guys doing, man? That's my team out there. Zaire is the type of vet you want on this team, man. A bench of Zaire, Wolf, Minot, and
you see them defend Nolan, right? You see them defend Nolan, right?
Facts, man. Listen, we got
and again, I was happy because I felt like it was a hard fall, so I was kind of happy that, you know what I mean, he was okay. Yeah, I gotta be honest, bro. Shout out to Jack City. You know I respect you, bro, but I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. I'm not trying to hear no Knick fan conversation. I'm not trying to hear no Knick fan.
Hey, Breezy, real quick.
None of that.
No Knick fan. It is no real Knick fan, with all honesty. Let me just say this real quick, Breeze. It is no real Knick fan, in all honesty, is going to come up here and say they feel they was happy with tonight's win, that they felt comfortable with this win. You can't tell me as a Knick fan, as a non-biased Knick fan, that you was cool with this W tonight. You were at full strength. The Nets are taking. We're going to take it on, and you won by 1 freaking point.
Right, but they was missing Josh Hart. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Breezy, another thing. Let me just say this real quick, Breezy. Jordy took most of the vets out and he put the rookies in to close the game. Jordy gave these niggas the game. And they also had way more free throws because Cat was getting them pussy ass calls. Y'all niggas should be embarrassed to even win this game tonight. Real rap. Even if y'all won, I'd be embarrassed as a Knicks fan. Real rap.
Yeah, nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got Jack City, he in the studio. Like, I'm really not trying to hear none of that Knicks fan shit, man. Like, I don't want to get crazy. I don't want him to get cut off. Before it get crazy, before he get cut off, before we start talking over each other and all of that, I gotta be honest. Like, I am not trying to hear none of that, respectfully. And on top of that, the reason why is, for one, I really do feel like there's holes in that team that I kind of want to. I have a dissertation a presentation to show y'all how the Knicks gonna be beat in the playoffs. If you force Jalen Brunson offense to go right and just take away his left hand, he's gonna have a bad shooting night. Take away his left hand completely. Press him. Don't sag off. He's too dangerous to sag off. You press him, and he's going to flop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And and the difference is that tonight's game show you what the playoffs look like. It's a lot of physicality in the playoffs. If the Knicks got to take 32 shot attempts to beat playoff teams, they're not going to get out of the Eastern Conference. They're not. It's no way they're going to get out the Eastern Conference if they got to rely on 32 shot of free throws a game in the playoffs.
Like, the Knicks look tired. The new Brooklyn Nets looked hungry. And I'm telling you, man, Towns and Bridges, they're both checked out, man. Once playoffs come, if they're going to land on that first round or the hot Hawks right now, they're giving those guys work. If it's not making it through that, you got to face a fresh Boston Celtics with Tatum, who look much better. If you might get through that, even Cade Cunningham with one lung is going to smoke the Knicks right now because these teams
First of all, they were celebrating Cade's injury. Cade is going to be back.
That's crazy.
That injury is only going to keep him out a couple weeks. And they celebrating like, oh yeah. Like you said, John, y'all celebrating K being out a couple of weeks. First of all, he's still going to be back before the playoffs. Secondly, even if he did play, you still got to deal with Boston peaking right now. You're cooked. If you are a New York Knicks fan, you're cooked. Listen, your title window just got smaller. And guess what? After this year, you ain't got no draft capital. So I'm going to laugh at y'all every year, every time y'all shit the bed, knowing that y'all ain't got no draft capital to rebound from. And every time y'all let Mikal go out there and stink it up, it's going to be harder to get rid of him. Good luck trying to get Giannis too, fraud.
Yeah, and I wish them no good luck. And another thing that I realized, when it was a play where the ball was an offensive rebound and it went to Mikal Bridges, he had the open three. It was up to him to take the lead or not, and he missed. I said, if they need him for a bucket in offense, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose if the defense take away the left hand of Jalen Brunson in the playoffs. If that's their primary defense, take away his left hand. Let them create offense after we take away his left hand. But make sure you take away his left hand. They do that, and on top of that, what Josh Minot said about Cat not liking physicality is true. Cat cannot beg the refs for the foul the whole playoffs. It's going to be
let's keep it a buck. They got two talented players, right? They got two talented players. First of all, one is too small. He's crafty, he's good, but he's really not that good without a flop. So if he wasn't getting the calls he's getting in the flop and he wouldn't be as effective as he is. Their second star player is soft as baby shit. So even though he's talented, so I mean, come on, man. Like, you don't have to be a basketball guru to see the writing was on the wall with this. And you got Mikal Bridges, who we all knew was soft as baby shit and wasn't really built for the bright lights. We saw that in Brooklyn. So we knew that was going to carry over to the Knicks. The Knicks we was hating when they gave us 5 picks in a swap for Mikal. We were happy. You bailed us out. Thank you. Leon Rose, you the real MVP. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a Brooklyn Nets jersey with Rose on the back. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Leon Rose.
Talk to him.
Joey, it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first-round picks. And what do we get so far with that? We got Nolan Traore, potential starting point guard or solid six-man potentially for the Nets the next few years. We also got Seraph. And I'll say, Breeze, you point out right. Drake Powell, man, you got some work to do this summer, my guy. You really do. But Seraph, man, you showed us tonight you wanted to take on the challenge of guarding Jalen Brunson. Man, you put that flopper in the chamber too,
hold on, I want to say one more thing. I ain't been on here in a minute. I want to say one more thing. And I'm tired of y'all talk about, you Knicks fans talking about our rookies and how we don't know how to draft and how we went 0 for 5 on rookies. When, listen, these is our rookies' first year. And we don't deserve a lottery pick because we don't know what to do and we can't draft. You niggas been getting lottery picks since Kristaps Porzingis. How many lottery picks y'all done ran through? RJ Barrett, Frank the Tank, Toppin, Knox. I could go on and on. The nerve of you frauds. The nerve. Are you shitting me?
On fire tonight, man.
The nerve.
Joey, man.
Just because you are a good team now doesn't mean we don't remember you've been completely dog shit for majority of the 20th century. Who are you fooling? You not fooling me. I'm from fucking New York and I follow the NBA, nigga.
True story. To add to what Joey said, because I love the energy, you know what I'm saying? It's more the fact that they got Mikal to win the NBA championship. They talk all of that shit because they beat Boston. All they did was get out the first round by beating Boston. Trope that shit this year.
Nigga, they shouldn't have got out the round with the Pistons.
Yo, listen.
That was given to them. That's a fact.
Oh, we also got to talk about Minot with that 3-point step back buzzer beat against $40 million OG. That dude is an injury away from
That
being
was
the next
tough.
Ben Simmons of the NBA. $40 million for a guy whose defense, what? Him and Bridges are supposed to be wing stop, right? You were wing slop tonight against the
Right.
young G League Nets, and we put the work on. Listen, man, they kids play with the right edge. I'll give Jordy some credit. Put in the Flatbush 4 in those closing minutes. If he would have done that most of the season,
Thank
man,
you.
this is how
They
you teach the
they
kids how
talking
to
shit.
play.
They talking shit about our rookies, but our
Sheldon,
rookies
no,
push.
the Nets
They took
space
real
But
quick.
hold on. But hold on. A lot of things happen, but to keep it to recent, bro, he's playing them. MPJ, he wanted to do what he did with MPJ, and he did. But towards the latter of the season, these last 20 games, I'm saying in the off season, all's forgiven. If y'all want to give these last 20 games or somewhat or something like that, them because I was looking at that. I remember it was like 1 point game, and it was 4 minutes left in the game, and we took the timeout. When we took the timeout, I was like, I want to see the rotation that come back in. And they said it. They said it's Josh Minot and 4 rookies. If he could continue to do that, just continue to give the rookies minutes, we in good grace, bro. Because again, like I was saying to the fans that basically leave, that think that we not gonna get a top pick, the Brooklyn Nets at minimum at least are showing the NBA that they are giving big minutes to their rookies. Ben Saraf, trust me, as much as people may not watch the Brooklyn Nets, they seen the way he guarded Jalen Brunson tonight. And they might be known only that because they was watching the Knicks and not the Nets. But trust me, they was watching who the hell is slowing them down. Especially if you got some type of fucking parlay and you got Brunson scoring whatever on the Brooklyn Nets, and you find out that Ben Saraf fucked up your parlay because he was locking giving a hard time to Jalen Brunson all night.
These niggas said our rookies ain't shit, and we went 0-5, but yet our young rookies took the title contending Knicks to the last second of the game, and they won by 1 point. So I want all you Knicks fans who talk shit about our rookies to let that sink in. Your title contending team with your 2 stars barely beat our young group and our rookies.
They barely beat Utah and the Warriors recently. Have we seen how bad they are playing against take each other? They are spent. Brunson, man, he might request a trade soon if Towns and Miguel can't play a lick of defense, man. Like, yeesh.
Hold on. Let me see. Jack City, what did he say? He said, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't owe you shit, nigga. Let me explain something to these Knicks fans. If you want to come on a panel and I don't want to let you on a panel, I don't owe you nothing. You even if you sent the super chat, even if you never sent another super chat, talk about you ain't got no respect, nigga. Fuck you think this is? You think I do this for your respect? Nigga, I demand respect. You ain't gonna disrespect me, for one. For two, I don't owe you nothing, bro. Were you coming over here acting like I'm supposed to give you some special privilege because I know you're in real life? Yeah, I know you're in real life, nigga. But at the end of the day, you're a Knicks fan, and we lost to the Knicks tonight. I don't owe you shit. But you thought because I knew you, I was supposed to just let you join in the panel? I told you and every other Knicks fan that I ain't trying to hear that shit. I said it respectfully, but fuck it. Since you want to take it there like you ain't got no respect for me because I ain't let you on the panel, get the fuck out of here. Like, what your type of time is you on, bro? Again, like I said, you see, I ignored you. I didn't even look at your comments in the private chat because I'm not fitting to go back and forth with you. For what? What you mad for? Because you want to come up here and try to.
I know. I don't really know you and boy relationship, but I just got a question though, because like the Knicks fans always talk about how we ain't got no fans and this, that, and the third. Y'all ain't got no Knicks platforms to go on to. But yeah, y'all want to come up on the Nets platform and talk. But yeah, we ain't got no fans. I don't get it. We ain't got no fans, but y'all trying to talk on the Nets platform.
Right, like that's the corny shit that I'm saying. Like he's so entitled.
All the fans y'all got. I know y'all niggas got about like 1,000 podcasts flowing right now and 200 spaces.
Joey, just like you said,
I played basketball with him in real life, and he was acting corny as hell, mad corny. And my thing is like, bro, I'm keeping it real with you. I told told you. You want to make it seem like I owe you, like you get to join the panel. Why? No. You don't get to join a panel
Man,
unless
this
I
a
say
no-fly zone, man.
right.
Only black and white.
Exactly, bro. Take your ass to Knicks and Ish, or take your ass to any other Nick channel that you be watching. But you get no play in my ride, man. Fuck out of here.
It ain't
About
orange and blue outside. It's nighttime right now, so yeah, no entry, man. You blocked.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you talking about. Like, but I owe him something. I don't owe you shit, nigga. I want you to know that shit every time you tune into this channel. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you to join the panel. And you a Knicks fan. I thought that was the obvious. Yo, Breezy ain't gonna let me on the panel tonight because you know the Knicks beat the nigga. Fuck out of here. You are ridiculous. Don't ever in your Knicks fan life join the chat, join the studio, join or you let alone the panel talking crazy. Like we need a Knicks fan on this panel. You got to be out your Knicks fan fucking mind. Dead ass. We don't need Knicks fans on the panel. I respect all fans, even Knicks fans, but don't make it seem like we fucking need you. We don't fucking need you. Fucking Knicks fans and their audacity.
Listen, like Joey said, man, Knicks fans are in for a brutal awakening, man. We have not only their draft capital future, we have all this cap space, we have a whole bunch of draft picks, most in the Eastern Conference, mind you, and we have a young core and some guys that want to join that young core. This summer, Sean Joe can make this very simple, very easy. Draft the best guy you can, get some good pieces to add it to what you're building right now, and go for it next year. Do it the right way and show the NBA what we saw tonight. That the Brooklyn grit, the Brooklyn culture, the Brooklyn way is back. And Knicks fans, keep crying those crocodile tears. But guess what? You're going to feel very soon when you get kicked out in the first, possibly even second round right now, because your team is smoked. This Nets team is hungry.
And then what's all this? My thing is, this is another thing. Like, what's all this tough shit, this fake tough shit? Mitchell Robinson, that's fake tough shit. Nolan Trey already like 6'3", 6'4". You about fucking 6'11" or some shit like that. Wild, big, pause. And at the end of the day, bro, you doing all of that. You not intimidating us. We ain't fucking scared of Mitchell Robinson. You lucky you ain't get your ass kicked. Like that ass. Shout to Danny Wolf. Shout to Zion Williams. Shout to everybody that jumped to Nolan Traore's defense. That was some bullshit that Mitchell Robinson tried to pull, and we wasn't jacking it. Get your asses out of the Barclays. We see y'all bitch asses next year. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Like, no, nah. If y'all not gonna respect us, y'all ain't gonna get no respect neither. Shout to the Nets and playing physical. Shout to Claxton taking that push on the chest from OG. And he wilding too. Like, what was all that for? Like, I swear, like, they couldn't just come in and play basketball. Like, they act like we can't be physical. We gonna get physical too. Y'all want to be physical? We gonna be physical too. We not fucking scared of y'all. Period. Like, it is what it is. Shout to the chat. Shout to Leaf. He joined the panel. What's the word, Leaf?
I don't know. I mean,
I was looking for you, man, for the play-by-play. Definitely looking for you.
Well, the reason why I'm not doing no play-by-play is because we're committed to losing, and tonight proved it. We went on a 17. John, please, just let me speak, please. Let me speak. Tonight proved it. We went on a 17-0 run with Josh Minot, Chaney Johnson, Abaji, Malachi Smith, and Ben Surratt. The second that run was over, we took them out and put Nolan Trayor, Danny Wolf, and basically most of the starters in. Zaire Williams barely played the second half. We were not trying to win that game, bro. Like, we were trying to keep it close. It looked like we were trying to win that game. I understand what y'all might have saw, but I saw something different. What I saw is that Josh Minot, Chaney Johnson, Abaji, Malachi Smith proved that what I said that we needed all along, we basically needed, and we did not get in this draft. And John, you might agree with this. We needed athleticism. That's what we needed. And the
I
second
think we
that I
got it in
saw,
Josh Minot, yo. Even though they didn't get it in the draft, we got athleticism in Josh Minot. I'm not like, bro.
just
You see
let
how
me
he
finish.
blocked Cat?
Just
You
let
see
me
how he
finish.
blocked Cat? You see how he dunked? Yeah, bro. But you gotta acknowledge the good too. You want to come in with all negative shit? I gotta
It's
be
not
honest,
negative.
bro.
Please, just let
Josh
me finish.
Minot is athletic. I just said that.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I understand that, and I'll go even further by saying Josh Minot, Chaney Johnson, Abaji, Malachi Smith is way more athletic and way more NBA ready for a roster than the rookies that we drafted.
Even
For
if that's
anybody that didn't,
even if that's the truth, the way Jordy Fernandez did the rotations tonight was beautiful. The two different units he had out there, I feel like both times they contributed. They did. I feel like the second unit that you talk about, yeah, they probably a little more NBA ready. They're a little older too. You know what I'm saying? They probably like in their mid-20s and shit. I don't think they're as young as the rookies.
right? But what I'm trying to explain to everybody is we had a legitimate chance to win this game after that 17-0 run. We went on a 17-0 run against a Knicks team that was out there competing and out there missing shots, and we were playing defense and we were outrunning them and we were getting out on breaks. A lot of shit that I did not see the Nets doing most of the time this season. With Josh Minot, Chaney Johnson, Abaji, Malachi Smith, and Ben Saraf, who was out on the court too. And that proved two things that I already know. One, we need athleticism at the highest form and all over the court because we play much better with athletic, second effort, and second effort players. And guys that's going to go out there and get it. Like I seen Josh Minot, he did not shy away from no defense that the Knicks was throwing at him. They threw Mitchell Robinson at him. Get off me, step back 3. They threw whatchamacallit at him. I'm shooting this. They threw OG at him, but I'm shooting this. They threw Mikel bum ass at him, bro. I'm shooting this.
Yeah.
This proved that this to me proved that players like Zaire Williams, players like Josh Minot, players like Chaney Johnson, Abaji, Malachi Smith, everybody might say they out there to get a contract, but they are out there because they are legitimate NBA players. They just didn't get a fair shot from the previous spots that they were on. Right now, as we stand on today's day, Ben Saraf is not an NBA player. He's in the NBA, but he ain't the NBA player that these niggas is. He's not. A lot of our rookies, bro, got a lot of things to work on. They don't have the athleticism and the grit and the grind and the second effort that I seen from Zaire Williams, Josh Minot. You can say that them players are older, a little bit older, but that's fine. But at the same time, bro, like they were drafted for a reason, and they respected drafts. Zaire went top 10 in his draft.
True.
Josh Minot, Abaji, they came from the Josh Minot was on Boston. They just didn't have a spot for him. Abaji was on Utah. They just didn't have a spot for him.
Hey, what do y'all? What's up with Chaney though? I like Chaney, man. I think
like
he
Chaney too.
He is the
Chaney.
Think about Chaney, Leaf.
Chainator.
Chaney Johnson and Malachi Smith, they was on NBA teams before. They didn't have spots for them. They sent them here because everybody in the league and all these other GMs swear that this right here is all right. Let's just throw them in the trash. See them where they at. That's what happened. And what you saw
I wouldn't say that, but in that way, because it is that, but I don't word it that way. A lot of players come here for either second chance opportunities or opportunity to shift their rotation. MPJ, but he wasn't the first one. You got MP. That we could go through the numbers. We got MPJ. We got Mikal Bridges. We got Cam Johnson. We got Ed Sumner. Even the green light to Cam Thomas, Dennis Schroeder, Spencer Dinwiddie. they gave the green light to a lot of different players, and I like them for that. But my thing is, sign one of these guys and like develop a core. Yeah, I know. Again, I love the Brooklyn Nets, but my first disagreement with them was Jared Allen. Once I seen that, I'm like, yo, I don't know why they did that. Now I'm saying that to say they get the talent sometime and they don't keep it. But if fans are giving grace to the Brooklyn Nets, you're not you're not saying, okay, it's written in stone, these players are what they are in their first year. It's not even the season, not even over. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to say that Wolf gets better, Nolan Traore gets better. I'm willing to say that Zaire Williams is interchangeable from bench player to starter. I want him to come off the bench, but yeah, if the starter not there for whatever reason, you could put Zaire there. I like some of the pieces that we got, and I think we could have cohesion with the players as teammates if you keep them together, let them win and lose together. And I think that part I don't want fans to miss is that these players are developing character when they lose together. It's going to be either good or bad, but it's either going to be you develop an attitude like Josh might not, or you develop I don't really want to do this. I'm just going through the motions type of shit. And somebody like Josh might not need to be more vocal in the locker room if that's how you're talking. Like, yeah, of course, Jordan Fernandez, the coach, but he need to be the team captain if he's gonna be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that.
I'm a finish. I'm a finish.
Yeah, just want to say one like small thing real quick. Like you said, like that they were trying to tank towards the end. Regardless if that's what Jordy did, every minute I saw all these guys play, it's like they were putting on the fight of their Brooklyn lifetime. That's what I like to see. But to see 4 of the Flatbush 5 close in that fourth quarter, whether that was a tank move, that's all we wanted to see this year was them in high pressure situations get that experience. Not have a Terrence Mann do it, but have these kids see if they can do it out there. And yeah, some of their shots were bad in that fourth quarter, but they were still put on a fight to the very last second. That's what we're looking for in the next Brooklyn Net. And for Josh Minot, Breeze has a new show, which I encourage everybody to see. Tonight, we were stirring the pot with Josh Minot. That's what we saw tonight from him. I'd put that on there, please. But yeah, Lee, just to make your point.
On that, right, and on that note, like I said, y'all know me and Leaf will debate who's better for the as the rookies, whether it be Nolan Traore or Danny Wolf. See my guy Nolan Traore hit the 3, making 92-93, 5 seconds left in the game. I said, okay, that's the shit that I'm talking about. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm just saying that to say we gave credit to Diego in the fourth quarter. He had a game where he was hitting a lot of threes in the fourth quarter. And it's good for these rookies to get in the game these last 4 minutes so they can see who's clutch and who's not. We seen Jordy Fernandez put Diego in that situation. Is Diego, from what I've seen as a rookie, that's something that could develop the clutch gene? Yes. If Nolan Traore can make it 92-93 versus the crosstown rivals in the Knicks and 5 seconds left in the game, yes. Danny Wolf, I've seen him play good games, but offhand, I can't remember anything clutch per se where he stepped up in the fourth quarter, clutch for the last 4 minutes. But Ben Saraf, he played some great defense, but I wouldn't take it away from them. But I say I haven't seen it. But I've seen it in Nolan Traore, seen it in Diego Domen. And I'm good. I seen 2 players that we draft got a clutch, look like they could be clutch for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm good with that.
I'm gonna try to speak as positive as I can for these last couple of seconds, bro. Like, because Ben Saraf, I'll give Ben Saraf and Nolan Traore credit tonight. Defensively, effort-wise, bro, all of our athletes showed up. From Chaney Johnson to Malachi Smith to Josh Minot to Zaire Williams, who always shows up on defense. Clax only played maybe the first half of that game, and then we sat him. But I knew what the plan was. Listen, hey, they was allowing Jordy. Hey, Jordy, you can compete. You can fight. You could crawl in this game. You could crawl back in this game, which he did. But somebody came downstairs and said, Jordy, you better not win this basketball game. And that's exactly what happened tonight. But to speak on the players, Everybody played great defense tonight. I will say that. I will definitely say that, man. But Ben Saraf, I was very impressed with his defense tonight, especially on Brunson. I was impressed with whatchamacallit his defense tonight, Nolan's defense tonight. By the way, Nolan Trayor
Right.
plays 22. Nolan Trayor plays 22 minutes a game and he averages 8.3 points a game.
This is assist
Danny
though.
Wolf,
And 7 assists
uh,
tonight too, which was good.
Yeah,
Seven
he
nah,
assists.
has 7
what
assists.
is he averaging assists? See, that's
He's
what I be
averaging.
saying, bro.
I'm gonna tell
Go
you.
ahead.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on.
Go ahead.
He's averaging 3.5 assists and he's averaging 2.5 turnovers with that.
Okay, so
Danny
now,
Wolf.
well, hold on, right there. Hold on. Let me slow it down right there, because my thing is this: when it comes to the context of it, yes, that is the box score, right, of what he's doing across the season, mind you. They collectively, when he had bad games, when he was, you know what I mean, all that's accumulated. Now I'm saying that to say, when you watch the game, it's more pizzazz than the box score. He's finding jump shooters in the corner by able to drive to the basket. We have offense two ways because of Nolan Traore. He's running the offense. The color commentators know it. He's
Danny
getting the
Wolf does the
pick.
same thing.
Oh, hold on. He's doing it too, but I'm talking about the play with Nolan Traore and why he's getting 7 assists tonight, or why he has 7 assists. He's getting it inside the 3-pointers to curl to get to the rim. If the defense reacts, he looking for corners to his right, obviously, since he getting the ball off the curl. So he looking for that shooter right there, finding them, and they knocking it down. But not only that, when he don't get to the rim, he throw it across court to the corner on the other side too. He look for him too. If you're watching the game, if you only watch the box scores, you don't see this. But if you watch the game, you can see him doing this. So this is, and he missed, but he took the midi. If his next player development is taking the midi, because I did see him attempt one. I don't know if y'all seen the game. Bro, he's gonna be serious, bro. I'm telling you, 11-4. Get used to those kind of numbers, and maybe it'll be consistent, and just the ratio between the assist turnover ratio will be better. But look for him. Don't look for him to be some dominant scorer. Look for him to be like 15-6. That's what I see for him in the last part of this season and the beginning of the next season. But last part of the season, because that's where we at. Look for him to be like 15-6, bro. Him getting 20 is a big scoring night for him. He rather get the assists. Like, to me, he's a scorer first. I mean, he's a pass first guard than a scorer. That's what I've seen from Nolan Traore.
Right, and listen, I kind of see that for him too, because realistically, his scoring options is very limited. If he's going to score the basketball, he's line driving, speeding to the right side and going to lay up on the right side, bro. Now, the reason why I brought up his numbers, because it's very alarming. He's averaging 8.3 points and 3.5 assists in 22 minutes. You want to know what Danny Wolf is doing? He's averaging 9 points in less minutes. He's averaging 5 rebounds in less minutes. He's averaging over 2.5 assists in less minutes. That's why I said what I said. So we need to cut this shit out about how Nolan Traore is out playing all the rookies, because he's not.
Bro, do
That's
you know
clearly
he's
not
leading
the
the rookies?
case.
You know he's leading all rookies in assists since February 1st? With 103?
With 103
So, I mean, that's
total
just a fact.
assists.
Yeah, him. Nolan Traore, out of all the assists in the NBA, he leads them in assists with 103.
What's the turnover count?
Come on, bro.
Wait, Leaf, let me step in here for a second. Listen, I agree with you.
Listen, I'm not telling you that. I don't know that. I just know that part.
Wait, let me just step in for a second with Leaf. Listen, Leaf, I agree about, listen, since preseason, we saw Danny Wolf have the it factor to, fill up a statue, right? I agree. But I would say with Nolan, where he started looking like a deer in the headlights type look to have his confidence shattered, to go into G League, to literally rising up like a phoenix from the ashes, to what he's done now with his playmaking, like Breezy just said, developing some type of offense. It's far from perfect, but he's shown he can score. I saw him score over Isaiah Hartenstein the other day. I saw him took a badass charge where I was worried he broke a rib bone. Like, Nolan is taking contact. Like, against Mitchell Robinson tonight, I thought he was trying to take a charge or something. A miracle kid didn't break his leg. But you're seeing Nolan be more, I would say, effort on physicality-wise, and that's what we're looking for. I keep saying this, physicality. All 5 of these rookies, or we're going to be sophomores soon, need that next year if they actually want to get better, improve the scoring, the assist, rebound, whatever you want to call it. It starts with physicality. I see Nolan getting gritty and grimy out there, and that's what we want to see. And at the end of the day, Leaf, we were talking about roster construction, stuff like that. I want a Zaire Williams with these kids right now because defensively, he gets it, what it takes to be a defensive pest out there. This Terrence Mann BS with dude taking the kids to aquarium, having an occasional block and stuff like that, that doesn't impress me. Seeing Zaire be loud off the bench tonight, cheering on his teammates, calling out the refs, those crappy calls they always give the Knicks, that's leadership. That's veteran leadership. That's the type of guys you need to put these kids with to teach them physicality. And I think Nolan's gotten better on that aspect of his game. But if he adds the scoring ability, like Breezy says, a 16 and 7 potentiality next year could be possible. But I think Nolan has developed the most out of our 5 rookies, considering where he was. Danny's been consistent, but he's also been inconsistent, though, too.
Yeah, my thing with Danny that I don't like is the inconsistency. Like, you can't go to him for offense. Like, you could go to him, but I don't really like his shot selection for real. Like, he a big man and he's taking more 3-pointers than 2-pointers. Automatically, I don't like that. Just because you're not using your height as an advantage. Nobody's looking for Brunson. Throw him in the paint. Mouse in the house. We gotta. You like taking charges? Get physical with them, bro. The refs was letting this play like a playoff game, bro. This shit was tough, bro. Like, a lot of physicality, like Josh Minot said. Cat don't like no physicality. The Brooklyn Nets gotta like physicality. So, to be honest, this is where you get the athletes. The athletes could like physicality. They like that type of shit. That shit get them excited. You know what I mean? Oh, word? You want to get physical? You know what I mean? Certain players, they get hyped for that shit. Certain players, they shy away from it. You know what I mean? You got to know who you are in this league. You know what I mean? And I really do want the Brooklyn Nets to have an identity have a culture where we really can love basketball, like they really play, like they really got effort out there. And I've seen it in Josh Minot. I've seen it in Noah Traore. I say woo for these players. These are players that we could build from. And again, like I said, this is the kind of more the soliloquy that I'm saying about Cam Thomas. It wasn't so much about him specifically and more about who could we build with going forward? And Nolan Traore, after what I've seen, and again, I do want to slow it down and speak on Ben Surratt because at the end of the day, like, you get popped on. A lot of other Nets fans, they'll pull up and they say, yo, this and that about Drake Powell. But at the end of the day, I feel like I see the potential in his spin move. I see the potential in his defense. I see the potential in what he's doing. I see like it ain't working for real all of the time. And some of the time he get jammed up and make bad plays because he don't know what to do with the ball. Instead of looking to shoot the ball and miss, he'll look to pass, but it'll become a turnover. I see the mistakes, and I knew that I would. I knew this wasn't a season I was going to be attentive to the win-loss column. This is why I'm still here. I'm fucking would crazy if it was all about the wins and losses. It's the only way I survived. Me knowing this. And again, like I said, Ben Surratt, he deserved all of the criticism that Net fans gave him in the beginning of the season, but he did get better. It's something about what they doing between the Long Island Nets and the Brooklyn Nets that's making these players better. Whether it's they getting a green light or they getting the freedom to do what they make the mistakes or do whatever. Danny Wolf was getting doubles in the G League. We seen, I think, one game of that. We thought we was going to see more. If Leaf is right, I'm still good. It could be Wolf the best player, but on a consistent, what I know what I'm going to get from night to night, I'm going to get Nolan looking to pass before he looking to score. And he'll get warm and he'll get to it. Like even with Jordy giving the green light for the 3-pointer, look who take the least amount of 3-pointers on the team. It's him. It's him, bro. What do he do? He take 3 3-pointers. Drake Powell. Oh, not more than Drake Powell. Nobody could take no less shots than Drake Powell. Yo, Drake Powell, like, yo, again, like I said, I just think that he's somebody that could benefit from the
Well,
G League. And let's call it what it
I,
is.
I think,
Noah
I
Clowney
think, I
was in
think,
the G League. Hold on, I want to say this last thing. Noah Clowney was in the G League for like 2-3 months before he came up. These players got way more faster opportunities than that. But go ahead, I'm listening.
but I think the story of the night goes to obviously Josh Minot and the players that we traded for, like the Abadis and the Malachi Smiths and the Cheney Johnsons and the Zaire Williams, man. Who when he came here last year, we saw his defensive impact and his what he can do as an athlete, what he could do as a second effort player, man. Like, and a guy that's going to give you nothing but effort every time he hits the court, bro. Like, if we have a whole bunch of, we seeing what we could do with a whole bunch of effort players. That's been the story of the night. And these players, yeah, it doesn't matter. And everybody's going to point to their age and that they've been in the league for quite some time. They were cast offs. They have proved that they are legitimate NBA players. They just didn't have a shot on their previous teams. That's all it was. They have proven that. And I think the mold going forward is that the Nets continue to get athletes all over the court and guys that's going to have second effort and have that athleticism to. We seen Minot do some incredible things going to the basket. We seen Cheney Johnson doing some incredible things going to the basket. We seen Minot packing on beef stew the last time we played the Pistons, bro, like with two hands. So like we already, you just got to have that identity to go in there. You just got to have the ID to go in there. That's all we need is the ID and the guts and the gumption to go in there. And I seen might not have that, but the thing is, now we got to leave it up in the dumbass Sean Marks' hands to re-sign these players, bro. Which he probably would. That we leaving it.
Time out. But listen, hold on. Listen, let me say why. The reason why I disagree with that is because I feel like Joey Fernandez did a right in front of Sean Marks' eyes, showed that I could develop these players. You gave me 5 rookies, what I do? If you Jordy Fernandez, if you're looking at Sean Marks, Sean Marks got to step back and say the one thing if I did anything right is hire Jordy Fernandez. And guess what? You don't have to coach the players, Sean Marks, because that's not what your job is. If you let Jordy Fernandez be the coach and you don't try to intervene in how he see fit or see things, and y'all do find on the same page somewhere. Yeah, we got a good situation. You giving us something that fans could build on and say this is a coach that we could have to build a championship roster. Sean Marks is not looking bad if you really giving him credit for what he did and taking away credit for what he did wrong. Because I'm pretty sure y'all ain't missed that part. But if y'all like Josh might not, we got him. He's going to be one of those players. Like if he's going to be continue to hoop like this, and he's going into, you know what I'm saying, the off season, we might have to take him serious early. We want to try to keep him whatever contract he got, and then do business with him before, you know what I'm saying, the price go up. Basically, let's call it what it is. These players. I just want to leave off saying this, just kind of setting the tone. These players are becoming more business savvy because of these NIL deals. These young players, they business minded too. They're not just, I'm happy I made it to the NBA. The franchises got to start taking these talents serious soon. That's why they did the whole CBA thing with the new rules and all that. But
please, just say one thing, because this is where I got to side with Leaf now on the side of things. Listen, I think what we saw tonight could be the spark of something potentially very fun. Obviously, we want to get top 4. If we get Caleb Wilson, if you're talking about what we saw tonight, adding that guy, that juggernaut to this system, I think defensively, we could be one of the scariest teams next year. But again, Sean Marks has to show he can negotiate contracts. We've seen this guy fumble 2 contract signs with the big 3. We saw him fumble, obviously, your guys' contract situation. And like for right now, a guy like Minot, we definitely want to keep him. Zaire, re-extend him. Dayron, re-extend him. Claxton, send where the hell you go. That was a horrible deal giving Claxton $100 million. Like Sean Marks' problem is, Breeze, we value certain talents. He overvalues the wrong talent. Then when we see talent that we want, to Leaf's point, he lets him go off. Like, it's crazy in the last 10 years, he's funneled more talent through his team than he's kept on his team. If we have a new GM them going to this summer and we hit on the draft, I think we're in a great spot. But if we go into the summer not with a top 4 pick and he's still in charge, to what Leaf is saying, it's tough to say, hey, we're going to keep this going.
Bro,
because Sean has shown us he
this is-
likes to go
listen,
the
this
opposite way.
Right. What I'm saying is, we also, in my opinion, my net fan duty is to help him. Just
I know.
because I'm a net fan, I'm not even doing this for because I know him and I hope to clink a Modelo with him. No, I'm doing my net fan duty. Josh might not. If you listening, you know somebody that know the page that might tap into the content. You might, you know what I mean, hear about us. Josh might not sign him. You feel what I'm saying? You do business with him. Shout out to Nets Press for joining the panel. Not only Josh might not, bro, these rookies should get the attention that they deserve, and Jordy Fernandez is doing that. And nobody never did five first rounders in the beginning. So for him to be risky enough to do that, and everybody would have said, yo, if he went wrong, we would have been on his headlights about it, on his tail about it. And I'm saying all that to say, fans feel like we successful with Yegor. He had a streak, he had 3 for 33 games straight. What we talking about, right? Not only that, Nolan Traore leads rookies in assists from February 1st with 103, maybe more because of the 7 assists tonight. That's 2 good things that we can build on as fans to say whether or not Sean Marks did the right thing. I still think Drake Powell need the G League. Keep it real with you. And I think Danny Wolf, you know what I'm saying? We need him to just to continue to make the mistakes and then realize to keep your head in the game and continue to do better. Keep focused. We not subbing you out. You make a mistake, all right, you still gotta stay in the game. You good. Just work on that. You know what I'm saying? We need that from Danny.
Well,
we need him to be a wolf for real.
I'm gonna pass the ball to him, but I'm gonna just
and hold on. I just want to leave off saying, and let me say this last thing about Ben Surratt. Ben Surratt is a on-ball defender. I did not know that in the beginning of the season. I know in that word, but go ahead, y'all.
I mean, well,
what you was gonna say?
I'm gonna pass the ball to Dylan in a second. Well, first off, Danny Wolf. Out of all of our rookies, Danny Wolf turns the ball over the least. In the player that plays at least 20 minutes, just to let you know. But I'm gonna pass the ball to Dylan by saying he was right about one thing. When you were saying you were screaming to the high heavens. We needed upside last year. This game with Josh Minot and Kai Smith and all these other players tonight, it proved everything that you were saying. Because we drafted Yegor over Cedric Coward and Derek Queen, and we drafted Ben Surratt over Maxime Renard, who's averaging 11 and 7 for the Kings. I'm gonna bounce past it to Dylan and let him continue that.
Yeah, I mean, just to clarify, there was never a chance in the world that the Nets selected Cedric Coward. The dude is 21 years old. You're not taking a 21-year-old with your first pick on a rebuilding team, so that would never happen. I also still think Yegor was the right pick, but yeah, it's been a while, fellas. How you guys doing?
Shout out to us, you know what I mean? The IG, you have you on IG, and
yeah, feel free to follow me at Nets Press. You can check us out. I think
Cedric
we're going live
Coward's
tomorrow.
13 and 6 for Memphis.
What's up?
Cedric Coward is averaging 13 and 6 on Memphis, by the way. And he's projected to be the next Kawhi Leonard.
Well, let me finish.
And not a single reason for us to draft him though. But there was not one reason for us on draft night based on his tape, based on his age.
We play better with 21-year-olds than we do with 19.
But I don't think you understand how a rebuild works. No. We're good. You can go and subscribe to us at BK Nothing But Nets. We'll be on tomorrow. There's no sense in the world for a team who is. There's no sense in the world for a team who's just starting their rebuild with the first pick in 14 years to take a 21-year-old. There's no sense in that. There's no logical sense in that. But because he's
we have the 8th pick, it makes a lot of sense, actually.
No, it doesn't, because the guy wasn't even projected to go in the lottery. So Memphis took a risk on that based on his previous take
Yago
prior to his injury.
wasn't projected to go in the lottery at that time.
Yes, he
either.
was.
He dropped. No, he wasn't.
He was projected to go
dropped.
13th.
Okay, go figure. Well, he was projected to go. I say 15. That's not really lottery.
And Derek Queen's already hit the rookie wall too. He hasn't been doing anything in over a month. So I mean, they both did the same thing this year.
His minutes got shortened actually.
Who did he lose his minutes to?
Messi.
Okay,
Oh,
so he hit the rookie wall. Like, come on, Messi is not a good basketball player.
His minutes just got to me. I watched the Pelicans.
Oh, I watch him too. I'm just saying, Messi is not a starter. Like that clearly means there's some development that they want to get out of Queen to where he can't be playing a large sum of minutes.
I don't think Messi is neither, but I mean, I think Queen is definitely the future of that team. Him and whatchamacallit average.
He's got upside, but so does Yegor.
Yegor has no upside. He has a foot plantitis. He's only 19.
Yeah, that's a common injury. There's actually no surgery required for it either. So
hold on.
End of the world. He's got a slight tear in his foot. End of the world.
But it's fair to say that the Nets took precaution and they shut him down because of
it's a smart thing to do.
So both fans that wanted to see the 8th pick play, you see them play, and fans that felt like for the longevity of Yegor to shut him down early, both things happen. So you feel what I'm saying? Like, I think he heals with the time that he's off from now to the beginning of next season. I think he's ready to go beginning of the season.
I think people are going to be surprised at the leap that he takes midway to next year.
I don't know what leap that is, but I mean,
the leap that he has a healthy foot and he comes into this season being able to drive to the basket like he was, finish above the rim like he was at BYU, was able to play make. They'll allow him to run the offense a bit more because he's going to put on some weight.
Level, I highly doubt it.
Listen, like I said, I've been on the Yegor train since before college basketball started for him last year. Acting like I don't know about this dude. I had him going in my top five. I'm not saying that. Hold on. I had him going in my top 5 a month into the season of college basketball before anybody even knew about him. And in the second month, he was projected to go 4th overall at one point because of how well he was playing. So this is clearly a kid with upside. And we've had this debate before, and we've had this conversation before. There's not a 6'6" or taller point guard in this league that has failed outside of Lonzo Ball in the last 15 years. That has been in the lottery. Michael Carter Williams isn't 6'6" or higher. He's 6'4", 6'3".
Michael Carter Williams was 6'7".
There's absolutely no chance in the world that Michael Carter Williams is 6'7".
Yeah.
He was listed at 6'7".
Michael Carter Williams? When the fuck did he? Holy shit, he is 6'6". When was that?
This is part 2 of your
show. He's 6'6".
We got the new debate.
Dylan, what about? Hold on, real quick. Dylan, what about Big?
Hold on, let Joey say something. Joey's
Dylan, you gotta put Ben Simmons in that fail category. He's a 6'8".
You can't. He's a multi-time All-Star. He's a defensive player.
That don't matter. He's a bust.
That matters. The early part of his first 7 years in the league. He
got 2 NBA contracts. He was a multi-time All-Star, and he was a defensive player.
What about Killian Hayes? He's 6'6" as well.
It was a bust.
Killian Hayes is 6'5". Fuck you mean? I've seen them list him at 6'5".
Yeah, he's listed at 6'6".
He was listed at 6'5" when he was on the Nets.
He was listed at 6'6".
All right, man. Let's talk.
I'm looking at Wikipedia right now.
Let's talk about the Nets.
Right now. 6'5".
I'm looking at the basketball reference.
Dylan, what you thought about tonight, Dylan?
Well, before I even answer that, the point of what I was trying to say is that there is a very minimal amount of players in this league who are 6'6" and taller at the point guard position who have failed completely. High caliber role players is his floor. High caliber role player is his floor. At 6'9", we've seen his vision at BYU. We saw him be able to get to the rim. He clearly needs to put on a little bit of muscle in the NBA level, and he also needs to get that foot healthy so he can get his first step back. But what he did prove was the fact that he's able to shoot a fucking three-pointer, which was everybody's bitching point on draft night, that the kid couldn't shoot. And guess what? He shot top 3 in rookie class this year in threes. So he already proved the biggest question mark that we have for him. Now he just needs to get healthy and put on a little bit of weight, which is perfectly fine because you already see the drive and engagement that he has in wanting to be better every day. So what makes us think that he's not going to come back maybe 10, 15 pounds bigger, fully healthy, ready to go?
No, see, that's only leap. Like me
Because it's
personally, I
self-creation.
feel like hold on. Let me say this. Me personally, I feel like the reason why he became an off-ball shooter this season is because of the playing defensive.
Yeah, he played
Like,
a
that
role.
was
They
the
wanted
whole
him to just
reason.
focus on that.
Like, they didn't want him trying to get to the rim, taking extra steps. Nah, get where you going. And again, I feel like because he was what you just said, I would just be reiterating, bro, that's a success. Top 3 in rookie class and shooting the ball from the 3-point line in the modern NBA, that's a success. And
I need
you
to
put
see
him in
more.
a situation where you seen him play off ball and you didn't really see him play off ball in college. So what he was really doing, he had to adjust and play and develop something new immediately. He took on that task and he was successful. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying I don't know how he is when he in the P&R. Everybody who watch college ball say, "Oh yeah, I seen him do it P&R." I haven't seen it. If he could run the P&R and shoot like that, he's dangerous for the Brooklyn Nets, bro. But we'll
His
see.
self-creation off the dribble is suspect.
He showed numerous times in the perimeter that he can create a shot with a simple between the legs step back. Like he showed that numerous times this year.
His self-creation without
He need work.
He doesn't
man.
need. He doesn't
I
need
can't
to.
give you
He
that.
doesn't
I
need to
can't give you that.
create for himself.
Nah, he need work on the shot.
He working with the right person though. He working with Phil Handy. If anybody
Yeah,
worked with
yeah,
Phil
that's
Handy,
right.
I believe in
He
him.
ain't-
Phil Handy works
All
on
right.
shooting, but he doesn't work on self-creation. His job is going to
He do work with
Again, you
footwork
need
and all that.
explosiveness to do
his
that. So you need to get
one-on-one game is very, very suspect.
He's
I wish
6'9".
they'd play him
He
in
was never
some of
known
his
for a
games, right?
one-on-one game. He doesn't need a one-on-one game.
When you allow
You don't need to play one-on-one in basketball. You need to win fucking games.
Nah, I
and play
gotta
as a
agree.
team.
I gotta agree with Leaf on his one-on-one abilities to get by players
Right.
and
Go watch the
just his
BYU
finishing
tape.
around the rim. Huh?
Just
But
go
that
watch
was
the
I'm
BYU.
not
college.
watching
Just
BYU.
go
He
watch.
played
Just
in
go
the
watch
Yeah,
the
I
BYU
mean,
tape.
I know.
I watched
In
him
college, he did it with ease. I'm telling you,
watched
it's
him.
very simple
He
as to
plays
why
in
he
I want to
plays.
see him do it. I want to see him do it in the
It's
league.
the only
Dylan.
reason.
I want to
I
see him
see
do it in
him
the
in
league.
Yeah,
college.
but
I've seen him
everybody
close.
wants all these things right now. Like we're acting like the kid isn't 19 years old.
because
No,
it's a young
I
man
get it.
league, bro.
Dylan,
Young players
Yeah,
coming in
Dylan,
the
hold on, real
league.
quick.
He doesn't
I,
have it
I'm,
yet.
I'm only speaking for
Plantar
myself. I'm gonna
fascia
give
is something that
He
you
can
can't
easily
just
develop that though.
heal
He can get
from
that.
in that moment.
So don't try to make it seem like it's
Dylan,
possible. He can get that though.
real
Saying
quick.
young players in the league go off. What's
Hold
the
on, Leaf. Let
problem?
me talk. Let me just say something real quick. I'm not saying that Yegor is not going to develop this. I'm just critiquing on what I see right now. I'm giving him grace. I think he's a hardworking young man, and he's going to come back bigger and stronger. He's going to come back with a tighter handle. But I can't help but notice certain things when I watch these Nets games. It's hard for him to get by players one-on-one. His layup package is kind of suspect. His dribbling is not tight enough. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to go in on the kid.
I understand what you're saying, but again, what is one thing that you need with every example you just gave me? Explosiveness, getting to the rim, finishing through contact. What do you need to do first to even get into those positions?
I would
You need
say
you need your feet.
a good first
No,
step.
you
and
need
it's
you know
supposed-
yeah, you need your feet, and he's missing
Yeah.
one right now, and he's been missing one for a year. So the whole getting on his ass for certain things right now, it doesn't make sense. Give the kid an off season to fully heal. He
Thanks.
played into the Sweet 16
Hey,
last
yo.
year. He was in the what? What did I say? Fuck did I say? He played into the
I'm
Sweet
just fucking with you,
16
Dylan,
last
but you did say you was gonna get on his ass.
Oh, my fault. Nah.
It's
Hey,
all
listen,
good. Nah, it's all
listen.
good. I'm just joking.
Get on his ass and get up. That's a completely different. You know what I mean? Come on. No, but this is a kid that played into the Sweet 16, entered the draft combine, did his whole process, practiced for numerous different teams, got drafted, was immediately in the facility, was playing through summer league. This kid hasn't had a break from basketball in a year and 9 months.
Right.
So give him time.
All I'm saying is I
don't
got
think
love.
you can make
All
judgments
I'm
based
saying
on
is,
the
Dylan,
injury.
I got
That's
me
not like the
personally.
seven players that was
I got
before.
love for Yegor. Just because
None of them came into the league with plantar fascia.
don't mean I don't fuck with
None
him,
of them
you
came
know?
into the league with a tear.
Huh.
When
I came
he's
up here-
healthy, you can judge.
What mic, y'all? What mic, y'all?
Can I
Hold on,
say
let's go
something
to
real
Jay.
quick?
What you say? What Jay said? What you said, Jay?
I just
That nigga
came up
made
here
a
to
bad pick.
get on this nigga Leaf, man, because Leaf told me that Danny Wolf gonna be my favorite player, and this nigga ruined the game tonight, and he went down on my favorite player list one more slot after he fouled Cat. And first of all, he missed a long ass wide open three that he never should have took. Then fouled Cat during the 17-0 run and let them get 2 points to get back on the board so they could start an 8-0 run. If he would have
Right.
never fouled Cat, they would have never went on no type of run. We was
Right.
good until Danny Wolf fucked it up on both sides of the floor.
Good. We needed this loss.
That was part of the take, Jay.
That's
Yo,
Hold
bro,
on,
that
hold
shit
on,
had
hold
me
on.
so mad in here, bro. Like he went
bro.
down the
That's
list on my
he did
favorite players.
he
One.
did what he was told to do, Jay.
No,
We
he
supposed to
didn't.
finish.
He
No,
missed
he
the
did that
shot.
by accident.
No, he didn't
He
do it
was,
by accident. He did it on purpose.
he
He
did
did
that
it on
shit by
purpose. That's
accident.
why
He
he put
wanted
it
to.
back in the end.
Yo,
All the rookies. Just to let you know, all the rookies shot like shit. The only player that
no,
was out there
I'm
killing
talking
was
about that
Minot.
one, bro. We was on a 17-0 run. This nigga takes an
Without him on the
ill-advised
court.
deep three-pointer for no
Ill-advised.
reason,
He
and
had the
then
lane
No,
to get to the
he was
basket.
wide
You see him
open.
at the lane. He could
he
have
was,
drove to the
He
basket.
was wide open.
He could have drove to the basket. That's
bro.
what I'm
He
saying.
did not need that
Could have
shot, bro.
dropped through.
Leaf, he should have drove to the basket. If they didn't take them
Ill
crappy threes in that fourth quarter, maybe he drove to the
ill-advised
basket.
three-pointer and then go on
Y'all
the
can
other side and
wait. Come on.
foul Cat when it was he was not gonna make that spinning fadeaway at
Hold on,
all.
I gotta jump in for a second. We got what 12 games left in the season. Why are we still
Because
getting upset
we
when we
were
lose?
tanking, Jay.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
my point. Why are we getting?
We were
This was
trying
a
to
good loss.
lose.
This was a
Bro.
good
Good
loss.
loss.
That's a good narrative, Leaf. And Dylan, I hear
It's
you.
not a
I
narrative.
know
Yeah,
your
there's no
position, but
narrative.
I'm talking about
Jay
Danny
still
Wolf
trying to get wins.
specifically doing good things on the floor. Because this Leaf told me Danny Wolf gonna be my
Good
favorite
things.
player, and that do not make
Yes.
him my favorite player. That made him go down at least one slot on my favorite players on the team,
Jay,
and he wasn't
you
even in the
wanted
top
this
Jay.
win
three.
for real, didn't you? You wanted this win, huh?
Jay, you wanted this win. I understand how you and Breezy feel about this shit,
I want
bro.
every
But
win.
I know you want every win, but the problem is, bro, we're
There's
tanking.
one win that's
And
on
first
track.
and second off, I told you to wait a year. Wait till next season. Danny Wolf will be your favorite player on this team. Wait.
I'ma remember
Jay
this
first year.
game
Hold
though.
on.
Is
Now,
it
but
June
hold on,
Clock was-
Jay, hold on. Let me
Is
ask
it
Jay
June?
something because I want to ask Jay this. I want to ask everybody that see Jay, everybody on the panel, right? The win and loss for us is player development, not the win column. Let's just
Facts.
act like the win and loss column is not even in this conversation right now. We talking about the win and the loss, and metaphorically in player development, each player that we draft. The Nets won this draft. Do you agree, Jay? Did we
No.
Out of every
Say we
team?
go. Whoa,
No, I don't
No,
agree.
but no, we
I
got
feel
wait.
like we had
No.
5 chances to pick the right person, and I'm not sure if we picked the right person once.
You're
We
not
trust
supposed to pick the
Sarath
right
over
but
person.
Harden.
we got wait.
Hold on.
We
Let
can't
me
just
jump
say
in.
We
that.
had
Now,
five
we-
chances
Let me
to
jump
pick
in.
the right guy.
Let me jump in. You're not supposed to pick the right guy when you get the 8th pick. All right. This is what this year's
What
for.
you
This
mean?
year,
What pick was Steph Curry?
I don't care what the
He was
one in
seven.
every
All right,
7
so don't
years
tell me
player
you got
is.
5 chances and you're not supposed to pick the right
Does
guy
not
once.
matter.
That don't make
Does
sense.
not matter. That is what this year's draft class is for. That is why we are at the bottom of the barrel.
Dylan,
No.
wasn't you trying us to pick upside in this
Yo,
draft?
you letting them off the hook,
Yeah, we
Dylan.
did. Yeah, we did pick upside in this draft. We drafted
Dylan,
3
Dylan,
raw prospects
Dylan,
in
You
wasn't
Jalen,
let
you
Drake
the
Powell, and Nolan Troyar. What do you
you
mean?
letting them
We
off the
picked
hook.
4 Europeans and Drake Powell, bro. What you talking about?
Who
We
did
drafted
you
5
want?
guards. We
You
actually
wanted-
drafted 5
You
guards.
did not say once in June of last year that you wanted Cedric Coward. So I don't want to hear it. You never said once that you wanted Cedric
It's not
Coward
a,
last
bro,
year.
no. This is not about Cedric Howard. You told me that we should pick upside. Rasheed
Correct.
Fleming was
And
on
what
your
did we do?
board.
And what did
Which McCall was on your board?
Rasheed Fleming? Yes, I agree
went
that we still should have
to
taken
a
Rasheed.
lot of your boards. Hold on, Dylan. I went to a lot of your boards, bro. Like when you had podcasts and you was running a lot of the draft stock and a lot of the players that you have on your board. None of those players
That's
on
incorrect.
our board.
That's incorrect. I'm pretty sure actually the last mock draft that I
Trey
posted on my
Young's probably
Instagram
the
had us
one.
taking Yegor and Nolan Traore
Maybe.
actually. So I don't
Yeah,
wanna
he
hear
did. He did have that. He did have that. He
No,
did
And I
have
Trey
that.
also
Young's
had
probably the only one I
I
remember.
also had
I don't
another one that
remember
had us
Ben
taking
Surratt.
Saraf. Yeah,
I don't
I also
remember
had one that
Danny
had
Well,
us
let
taking
him defend
Saraf
it.
near
One
the
mic,
end.
y'all.
Yeah.
One mic.
I
Yeah,
also
y'all
had
got to
one
it
that
one
had us
at a
taking
time.
Saraf that
Right,
way.
one
Right?
mic, one mic.
My only changes, and I admitted this on draft night, because I still don't like the Saraf pick. There's no need to have two raw, very young, high upside prospects in Saraf and Traore. It doesn't make sense. One of them's not good. I'm not going to name which one. You already know. But I still agree that we should have taken Rasheer Fleming. I was pissed when we actually took Saraf because I thought we should have taken Liam McNeely at 26. I also don't think we should have taken Powell at 22 because we should have taken him at 26. He still would have been available there. So, yes, there's
I
a
got a
couple of
question
different
for you, though,
things that I
Dylan.
would do. But
I
the first
think
two picks I'm fine with.
the pick should have been Maxim Renard over Fleming. Me personally.
It should
Well,
have
hold on,
been
I
Dylan.
think
Dylan.
Fleming's versatility is much
Fleming
better than
and
Renard.
Renard.
If anything,
Dylan, if you saying
Maxim Renard
What-
is better
Maxim
than
Renard
Fleming.
is averaging 11 and 7 for the Kings right now.
He dropped
What-
32 points his first year. Nick Claxton's never touched 30 points in 7 years.
I want to know if Dylan, if you saying that the goal of this year wasn't to pick the right guy. That's what you said, right?
No, I said that this year was not to pick the guy. You're all talking about the fact that they missed on 5 picks when they haven't missed on 5 picks. If you look at the last 15 years of the 8th overall pick, the only one that's turned into a star is Franz Wagner. So you're not looking at Yegor Zhouman as your 1 or 2 option. You're looking at him as your 3.
Yeah, but if there were picks after 8 that were better than what you picked, you missed.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
It all comes down to the draft
I've been
night.
saying, bro.
It all comes down to draft night. You're not looking at a draft 5 years later and saying, oh, you know what? I wanted to pick that guy when you never even said you wanted to pick that guy.
But you
So,
should have picked that guy. You
that's
should
not
know
how
that if
works,
that
though. That's not
no,
at all
but
how that
but
works.
it is no. That's exactly how it works because that means you picked the wrong guy. Like it might have looked like the right guy at the time, but no, you didn't. Like reality is the thing.
I would put my life savings on the line that if the Nets drafted Cedric Howard, he wouldn't be what he is. Certain teams have certain
but what I'm
development
saying is,
so
but
it takes
what I
certain
wanted
teams
to ask you is,
picking certain players to grab what they need. That's how that works.
if they didn't pick the right guy with 5 picks, what guarantees that they will pick? Like, why do you trust that they will pick the right guy with 1
I'm
pick?
not saying that I trust Sean Marks at all. I'm just saying that you're looking at the 8th overall pick and you're putting him in a position to.
No,
where you
I'm looking
expect him
at
to
all
become a
5
superstar.
picks.
No, but that's my point. I'm getting to them one by one. You're looking at the 8th overall pick and expecting him to be a superstar at 19 or at least show superstar flashes. You're looking at Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, and Danny Wolf as guys who should be full-time starters with expectations like that. Like the way that you guys talk about these guys is you're putting too high of expectations on them at 19 years old. It's a bit ridiculous.
No, we're not.
I need
I'm just saying the overall dialogue. I'm just saying the overall dialogue.
I didn't put any expectations on them. I'm just saying be better than this shit.
What do you want?
I just don't think
So again, here's my biggest problem. Everybody's on here saying, "Oh, you need to be better, though. You need to do this. You need to do that." Last year, what were we bitching about? The fact that we kept winning games and fucking up our lottery odds, correct? So
you using
we loosely.
That was you, Dylan.
Leaf, that was also you.
We using we real loosely.
No, it wasn't.
But
I knew we wasn't gonna get shit anyway, bro. I'm negative.
You were saying that. Nope, that's bullshit, and I'll pull up the clips later.
No, it's not
bullshit. That we were landing the 3rd pick and taking Ace Bailey. Stop.
You said Ace
that was just me being optimistic, bro. Like
no,
I'm
it's
talking
not.
bullshit just like everybody else.
Don't do that. You put your life on the line for that.
I didn't give a shit about the record though. Dylan.
False.
I didn't care.
You were pissed off.
No, that wasn't false. I didn't give a shit about the record.
Season saying that we kept.
I wasn't bitching when we won games. No, that was you.
Breezy, we got to pull up clips.
You could pull clips. I wasn't bitching when we won games.
We're pulling up. We'll pull up clips.
You did that.
Correct. I did. That's correct. I did. I don't deny that. I don't deny that. We remember you saying that.
Yeah, you about to have another debate.
Can anybody co-sign?
All I'm saying is,
let's do a debate. Let's do an impromptu debate.
All of this talk y'all doing about this pick that y'all think we gonna get
that I
this
was
year.
bitching about wins last year because
just have at it. Leaf and Dylan, just have at it, man.
Just have out of the mouth one, bro. Like, ain't nothing to have
Whatever
out of the
y'all
mouth.
just hash it out, man. Whatever it is, you know.
I
Breeze,
mean,
I
we
need you
hash
to
it
do
out.
It's a good old fashioned backyard dust up. Take it to the backyard, man.
Breeze,
Get
I need
it off
you
your
to back me
chest.
on here. You're the monitor. You're the moderator of this, right?
Right.
Did
So let
Leaf?
me. I'll moderate. I'll moderate it and
Hold on.
say.
Yeah, no. I'm asking you a question. Did Leaf at any point in the last 3 months of last season bitch about winning useless games and fucking up our draft lottery odds? Yes or no?
Never.
Okay. John's eyes says it all. Thank you. The last
We
from Jay
all
say
were
it
upset.
all.
Wait, we all
Breezy
were upset,
laughing.
Leaf. Come on.
Nah,
we
see,
were
y'all
upset,
using
man.
we
We were
real
upset.
loosely, man. Don't put me in that.
All right,
Now,
Jay,
and then
Jay
one
won,
last
so it's
one.
okay. Jay's accepting.
And
Jay's
then one,
accepting because he always wants to win. But even
and
one of us
then
are
one
upset.
last one. Did Leaf, yes or no, say that we were guaranteed the third pick in getting Ace Bailey? Yes or no?
No,
I did say that. I did say that. That I did say.
Debate over.
There you go.
Debate over.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Well, it wasn't a debate. I didn't disagree with that. No, Dylan.
No.
That wasn't
You
a
said
dis-
that you were being
That
optimistic
wasn't
and
a
that you didn't mean
disagreement.
it.
Hold on,
You said that you were being
No,
optimistic and you
you
didn't
asked,
mean it. What do you
hold on,
mean?
wait, Dylan, hold on. You asked two different questions. One of them I agreed to before you even asked it. The other one, that wasn't me. That was you bitching about the wins. You.
Correct, and I agree
You
with
did
that,
that.
but I have 3 other people
I
now
didn't do
saying that
that.
you did, because we all did.
No, I didn't.
Except
I
for
didn't
Jay,
do
because
that.
he wants to win everything. Don't worry, you don't got to unmute. I got you. I got you, Jay.
I did not do
I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah,
turn my screen off for this
I
one.
don't want to
I can't.
lose. Know what I mean?
I can't.
So
If
hold
there's
on.
no
So-
chance
I
of a
think
chance,
we're
I don't give
I
a
was
shit.
wondering,
No,
what was
no,
that
so
from
hold
the
on.
basement
So
on
let me
that?
let me ask y'all this. Let me ask the panel this. Do y'all think Ace Bailey, because really he didn't get the green light over there and get the number one option. He had his biggest game the other night. I think he had like 33. He had a really good game. Case in point, my question is, do you think that Ace Bailey is trajectory wise is going to be as good as AJ DeBonster maybe?
Not even close.
Or any of the top 4 that's about to be drafted? My question really is
Does
this
AJ
draft
still need to
more?
be
Is
top
the
4?
top
He just
4?
got kicked out in the first round.
That wasn't
Is
his fault,
Right, hold
JJ.
on.
That
Is
wasn't
these
his
top
fault,
4?
Jay.
Is these
Why
top
it's not his
4
fault?
better than?
Half
Hold on,
his
is
team
these
was
top 4
injured.
players
Half his
better
team
than
was
$35
last
to 10
injured.
and have
draft
half the
class?
team's points.
Hold on, but let me get context.
Exactly.
He only had 1 assist though. Maybe
Hold
if
on,
he
let me get
Man,
the
you better
team
go
had
back and
6
look at
assists
AJ
total, maybe
numbers,
if he
man.
would have passed the ball a little bit, they would have passed it.
Put the
Yo, let
numbers
me
to
give
Jay, man. Put
context
the
to the
numbers.
question. Let me give context to the question. The question is this draft that's about to happen
He
more
can't
important
carry
than
his
last
college
season draft?
team. How you gonna carry the Nets?
I agree. This draft right here more important, bro.
This draft is important, Breeze, but still, Cooper Flag, even Ace, he's looking a lot better. Like, those are top guys. If we had the worst record last year, you get Ace at 5, man. Like, I would have been way more excited about this young team we saw tonight playing with Ace, man, if that's how things worked out. But they didn't. So we have 5 guys with upside, and this is the draft to hit a grand slam out the park. Because if you don't, it's the market and what you got right now. So
I mean,
Well, y'all better get used to the market. Because if they had 5 picks and didn't get the right guy, they're not gonna get the right guy with 1.
I think
Hold on.
I think
I just want to
I'm
defend AJ here for
I
a
think
second.
Ace is gonna be
On a
The
BYU
odds just
team
don't.
that
The
has
odds are
a
not
major
in your
league
favor.
for one of their best players.
It ain't there. Thank you.
Oh, y'all say we're gonna be drafting Kareem Lopez.
Like if I told y'all this year was Hunger Games, and remember in Hunger Games they said may the odds be in your favor. They are not in your favor.
Yo, come on, Jay. You just reverse Hunger Gamed our ass, bro. Come on.
Yo, I said it with Hunger
The
Games
reverse
this year, and do you see
reverse
the
Hunger
Hunger
Games.
Games ate them alive, man?
I just hope
I'm
Caleb
sitting
Wilson
up
don't
here.
get drafted top 3, bro.
I like
I
how the
don't
whole
want
time
to see
I'm
that
sitting
shit.
up here doing the Pennywise, bro, because that's all we doing is floating, bro. Like, we ain't doing
Please,
shit
can
else,
you have
bro.
those,
But
do you have
look,
those balloons where you
and
get a
I
top
hope
pick
y'all
on
are
May
right.
10th? I want those balloons, man, on the show for May 10th.
Because y'all got
please.
reverse optimism in here,
Start
and I
popping up
love
to
it.
these shits, bro. Like, for real, with the all red ones.
Yes.
The reverse
This fuckery
optimism
that's
is
going on.
cool. I hope y'all are right, man.
I'm gonna say this right now. For some reason, I
Jay,
got a
you know
feeling
I
we're
ain't
gonna
got
land
no
4. I feel
optimism
like we're gonna
on the
get number 4
draft,
pick.
bro. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, bro, shame on everybody.
CJ, I said if we get Wilson, man, the defense we saw tonight, him with those kids, I think you could actually play the type of defense Jordy wants.
Now I said I hope he don't go
Wilson could be
top
that
3,
good.
man. Because if he go top
And
3,
y'all
bro,
don't want to get
I'm
nobody
gonna
that's going far in this tournament, huh?
I think
So
Duke
hold
is
on,
There's
far.
nothing meaningful.
let's-
Hold on. Can I jump in here for a sec? There is nothing
because I want
meaningful.
Jay, where you going with this? You trying to
There
say
is
some of these
nothing
players had bad
meaningful
games?
about.
What happened, bro?
There is nothing meaningful about going deep in the March Madness tournament as a freshman. There is absolutely nothing. If you look at every year, there's nothing. If you look at every year that a player on a Kentucky stacked team, same thing for Cam Boozer. Are you going to judge him when he gets to the Final Four and be like, oh, well, he deserves the number one pick? No, none of you are going to say that Cam Boozer deserves to be the number one pick.
I mean, if you run
Indiana said if they get the number one pick, they pick him one.
Talk about it, at least.
There's talks about it. That's not going to happen, though. That's the point.
Okay.
How you know Indiana might get number one? I feel like they might get number one before we do.
Do you watch college basketball?
Dylan's got a crystal ball now.
Like that
Who's gonna get number one before us?
Hold on.
Indiana.
Jay, do you watch college basketball a lot?
Yo, hold on, wait. Let me talk to Breeze right quick.
No. I need you to answer this.
Oh yeah, but hold on, Breeze. You already see how they give these teams that almost made the playoffs or almost was in the finals last year. They're gonna give them preferential treatment if this shit is rigged. How people be saying it's rigged. So what makes?
Answer me this. Hold on. No.
They tell us they hometown hero in Luka because of LA.
Answer me this real quick though. I need you guys to answer me this. Florida won the national championship last year. Are you taking Alex Condon and Thomas Hall with the top 3 picks? No. Point being, you're not taking players on championship teams like that unless if they're a freshman. 1. 2, majority of the time, these freshman players don't even make it out of the Final Four. Why? Because they're always on stacked teams that are also younger. In college basketball, the older teams always win, which is why Michigan's probably most likely to go all the way this year. So, point being, whether you get knocked out in the round of 64 or if you get knocked out in the Final Four, it does not affect your draft stock because AJ had nothing to do with that loss. He had 35 and 10. He was the only guy that showed up. Richie Saunders.
1 assist.
Doesn't matter. Darren Peterson's got 30 right now with no assists. Are you going to tell me he's not a top 4 pick?
I'm telling you, these things mean something, even though you say they don't. And they may not mean nothing to where you get drafted, but where you get drafted doesn't mean anything to your whole career.
AJ Devon's the average.
I don't think they mean anything anymore. I don't
like where you get drafted doesn't mean anything for your whole career. Ben Simmons was drafted 1.
AJ Devon's this year averaged 3.8 assists, 25.3 points, and 6.7 rebounds. So we can't say that he can't play, man. Because
AJ, he checked himself out of games all year.
No, that was
I don't like the cut of his gym.
No, Derek Peterson. No, Derek Peterson. No, Derek Peterson.
No, AJ was doing some bullshit too.
AJ was not doing
anything. I ain't never seen him sub.
Yeah,
AJ did that. No, Derek Peterson.
I rest my case.
He was getting his ass whooped by Darren Peterson.
Oh,
no,
man,
he was not. Kansas has a stacked team. What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't like the cut of his jib. I don't believe in him how y'all believe in him.
BYU
is not a
only guy believing it. I already told you who I believe in.
Right now, Jay, who do you want in this draft right now?
I told y'all already. I liked the Caleb Wilson kid, but he got injured, so it's a hand injury. I don't know what that means, but I liked him.
That's his left hand.
It was really, and the only reason why I'm gonna tell you that I liked him is because he got more heart than the rest of these guys. He cares more than the rest of these guys.
AJ played 40 minutes, Jay. I think AJ and Boozer, they had the same amount of heart too, in a way. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Do y'all have comprehension skills? I didn't say these guys don't have heart. I said one person has more heart than the rest of them. I didn't say nothing about anybody else. Huh?
You want somebody that's more emotional on the court than better. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I want somebody that cares more than the rest of them because he's going to take it more seriously.
Caring is shown in basketball by emotion. So what you're saying is his emotion on the court is what is intriguing to you.
No, his emotion going towards the game is more important than anything else. The person that's going to work harder, that's going to be in the gym longer, that's going to take the game serious is better than the hard work beat talent when the talent don't work hard.
Have you ever watched an AJ DeBonsta game?
Yes.
You haven't seen high intensity from him?
Not really, no. I saw Cayenne Anthony bust his ass in high school.
What games have you watched?
I saw Cayenne Anthony bust his ass while everybody was saying, "Oh, AJ DeBonsta and Darren Peterson." Cayenne Anthony bust their ass. That's what I saw.
And now Cayenne Anthony sucks. So who gives a fuck?
I'm just telling you. You asked me, have I watched the game? I told you what I saw when I watched the game.
You didn't tell me a college game.
He's not that good.
A high school game. You didn't
You
tell
know,
me
No,
the
it was.
college
It was the
game.
McDonald's Classic or some bullshit.
That's not a college game. That's a high school game. You
You
haven't
did.
told
You
me a
said,
college
"Did you
game.
watch him play?" You didn't say,
No,
"Did
I
you
did
watch
say
it?"
college. I did say college. You can rewind it.
Come on, man. Rewind the game tapes, man. All
I
I'm
have.
saying.
I watched him lead the nation in scoring this year as a freshman.
So you saying you want him number one,
Yes.
and
I would take
you
him at
think the
number
Nets
one.
are
I
going
would
to
take
pick him
Boozer at
number
number
one,
2. I would take Peterson at 3, and I would take Wilson at 4. Yes.
and you
I
think the
Wilson
Nets
is
would pick
great.
him number one?
Yes. 100%. The BYU connection within the Nets organization is very large.
if we
Okay.
drafted 2 BYU guys, that would be something. I don't know if that's a record,
Man,
but
I
that would
don't
be
think
something.
I
I
don't
was
think these
saying that
guys are
too,
going to
because I
draft
was
anybody
saying I
y'all
couldn't
think.
find no context.
And Drake Powell from North Carolina, and they were on Sharp play for North Carolina.
I will say this: I'm surprised at the
Jalen
criticism
Wilson's
of
Kansas.
Boozer's
Ochai
been getting lately.
Abaji's Kansas.
People have been criticizing Boozer's lack
Like,
of athleticism. I'm
cause
like, have
I
you seen the
don't
guy
care about this
who's
number
open?
shit. Y'all care about
Boozer's
getting
the
the
best
number one
winner in
pick.
this draft class.
That ain't always the best person.
You know what's crazy? His resume, Boozer's resume, has more accolades than the Nets have had an accolade in this 21st century right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, let
Boozer's
that
a
soak in
winner.
for a
If
second.
you land number 2, I take him.
Is that a fact?
What is
Well,
it
I
fact?
don't
If
think
he's a
we
winner?
won it. We've never won Rookie of the Year. We've never won Coach of the Year. We really haven't won anything, really. I mean, we did. I mean, Joe Harris won the 3-point All-Star contest. I don't know if that's like an accolade, though. I would say.
Hold up. Then hold up. If I'm not mistaken, I think Byron Scott won Coach of the Year.
In the 21st century, I'm talking about the Nets.
Yeah. I think 01, 002. Oh no, 02. Either 02 or 03. One of them.
So at the start of the 21st century.
Yeah,
25 years
Hey,
later.
he said the 21st century. He said it.
Well, how about
I'll
Brooklyn
give
Nets?
that
I
to
want to focus just on Brooklyn last 10 years. We've won 0 accolades. Cam Boozer's already stacked.
Okay,
There you go.
so we did.
I'll
All
take
right,
that
so
up. I'll take that up.
okay, we did. All right, fine. All right, so let's move it a little bit. All right.
That was
12
Jersey,
years.
though. This is Brooklyn. Come on.
Yo, listen,
man.
You still wanna be in
all
Jersey.
I'm gonna keep saying is
listen,
I
I
hope y'all
understand.
are right, man. Because if it's not, I'ma have
it's a 4-headed
jokes.
monster this year. Any of the 4 I'm happy with. But point being is the fact that I'm hearing that I don't like AJ DeBonster because I don't see a dog in him is crazy to me. Every game he walked into, he had high intensity. Every game he showed emotion. Every game he was one of the main leaders of BYU.
Listen, you're never gonna get that. I want to throw away a whole season to get a kid that, like any kid. Now, I mean, you have to build a proper organization for someone to want to play for you, and throwing away a season and tanking is not the way to do it. It's just not the way to do it. And the fact that
Detroit,
no, I hear you.
Until they got
you.
Cade.
That's the way that
2
y'all
years
think
later,
it
they're
should
the
be
number
done.
one
I mean,
seed in the East.
but hold up, Dylan. What about the teams that got top picks that was in the play-in that was on their way, that was almost in the playoffs?
That's not
Like
how you
these.
do it. You don't fucking
what
teach
about
your
about
whole
those
team to
teams,
lose
bro?
every
Like, I
game
mean,
and then next year
hold up.
say,
My
win every
thing is-
game. Let's do it now.
What
No,
about
that's
it?
not how it works.
I gotta
You fuck
nah,
up niggas
and this is-
fucking mental. You
What
fuck
about
up
it?
the whole.
And this is where I
Like,
gotta
you
agree with
see-
Jay with this, bro, because a lot of what we doing, bro, like I don't even know what type
Hold on.
of
All right.
roster we gonna have next year.
Okay. So let me answer this for you. So the last 2 teams to make the play-in or just miss the play-in, let's say, so they were like the 10 through 14 odds, right? Dallas and Atlanta. Okay, they're both play-in or not playoff teams, correct? Over the last 2 years, Atlanta's been a play-in team back-to-back years. Dallas is about to miss the playoffs again for a second year, correct?
Atlanta's in the 6th seed right now, just to let you know.
I'm sorry.
They won 11 of their last 12.
Okay, and we'll see them in the play-in in 2 weeks. Don't worry, they are a play-in team every year.
They in the 6th seed. What you talking about?
Atlanta.
He said in 2 weeks. He said they're gonna fuck up. He's saying they're gonna fuck up in the next 2
every
weeks.
time. Don't worry, it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. They do the same shit every year. Don't worry. It's like the Baltimore
We
Ravens.
got Jalen Johnson right now.
It's Atlanta. And what like, bro? Wait.
Did
Yeah,
anyone
I'm
see
waiting.
Nikhil Alexander Walker just dropped 40? That's crazy, man. He got a good pickup there.
Yeah, I know, and I watched him take the number 1 pick 2
These-
years ago, and he sucks. So, point being is these 2 play-in teams that have gotten Zachariah Riche sucks. I don't want to see any
I was
faces.
talking about Nikhil Alexander Walker, not Reese.
But I
know,
want
and I
to see
just
what
said
your
the number
point
1
is
pick.
with this play-in stuff. What's your point?
My point is that 2 teams have won the number 1 pick that have either made the play-in or just missed the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're not even
And
close
both
to that.
of them still suck. Okay, perfect. Detroit got the number 1 pick, got Cade. He got hurt his first year. Year 2, they sucked. And year 3 is this year. And now he's number 1 seed in the East, correct?
Where were the Spurs when they got Wemby and Dillon?
Yep, Spurs sucked for 2 years, and now they're a top 4 seed in the West. Correct?
How much? Pause.
They were one of the worst teams in the league. They were one of the worst teams in the league when they got Wemby. Yep, they purposely tanked for Wemby.
Just to let everybody know, the Spurs won 30 games last year, and they got Dylan Harper rewarded for it. But go ahead.
Correct. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the number 1 pick in Wemby.
No, number 2 pick is just as good. No, don't try. See, Dylan, don't try to discredit what he said just because it don't go with your narrative. That's valid too.
Nobody's saying that it's not as good. I'm saying the number 1 picks and how these rebuilds have worked.
One mic, man. That's why I want.
Right. I'm trying to hear what he's saying.
So y'all can talk at one at a time.
I know, and I'm trying to finish what I'm saying. So my point is I'm not talking about number 2 picks. I'm talking about the last few number 1 picks and where those teams were when they got those picks. San Antonio was in the gutter. They got Wemby year 2. They were almost a play-in team, and they got the number 2 pick. Cool. Their rebuild's done. Atlanta, Dallas, back-to-back first overall picks, haven't done shit. Correct? Detroit, multiple years ago, got Cade, number 1 pick. 2 years later, they're now the number 1 team in the East. Correct? Same thing with OKC. They traded for their guy. They sucked ass that year. They actually lost by 54 one game. They ended up getting 2 top 13 picks in that draft class, and where are they now? Reigning champions. Point being, wait until next year and reevaluate. Stop bitching. Just get a top 4 pick this year. It's very simple.
But
it's not
all of the things you're saying is real convoluted because they didn't get Cade 2 years ago and then boom, number 1 pick. They didn't. These things are just coincidences. What you're saying, they're not like fucking a blueprint.
So now they're coincidences. So there's not such thing as a 2-year rebuild plan. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you that 2-year rebuild plan works when it works and it don't work when it don't work.
2-year rebuild plan for who they want to be.
You're telling me that it doesn't work for us when we haven't finished the second year.
No, I don't know if it's going to work for us or not because it hasn't happened yet. But this is terrible the way we're doing it. I think.
No, it's not. This is the correct way to do it. Because last year when we didn't do it correctly, we got fucked in the lottery.
Botch last year, bro.
Listen. Hold on. Let me say. Hold on.
Go ahead, Breezo.
Oh, I wanted to say, far as rotations, you got 10 players that's going to be in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you got a lot of players that are just waiting for a superstar to take charge of this team. As much as we wanted to give it to MPJ, I like that they did transition to the number 1 option, but I don't think he's a number 1 option on the Brooklyn Nets as a championship roster.
No, he can be a 2 potentially.
Never.
You know he can be a 3.
But what I'm saying is we get to see 3-and-D players, POA defenders, you know what I'm saying, catch and shoot plays. We get to see different roles. That's not the star role because we know we don't have that player, but we at least finding out different kind of players on our team. I do feel like, we seen Josh Minot. Bro, he can let it fly.
He should be kept
bro.
in the offseason.
Yeah.
Like, I hope we keep him.
Brooklyn Net, Josh Minot.
See, but here's what's the thing too: is everybody's complaining.
Why not Minot, man?
Why not?
Here's my other problem though: I'm not gonna say all of you. Majority of you are complaining about how bad the roster is currently constructed. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. You do realize that we have top 5 cap space next off season, and the main target that we're likely to go after is Peyton Watson. Correct? You also do realize that we have a war room of draft capital in which Paolo Banchero or Franz Wagner may potentially be available. Depending on how the Cavs do in the playoffs, Donovan Mitchell could potentially be available. I personally don't want him, but Giannis.
Why would anybody want to come to the 17-win Brooklyn Nets?
Large market. Why did Kyrie and KD sign with a team that didn't make the
Because we was about to make the play and we had good energy. People was dancing on the sideline. That's why they wanted to come here. Nobody wants to come here when niggas is sad on the sideline.
Nobody gives a fuck about dancing on the sideline.
Yes, they do. That shit means morale means something. You can say it don't. Because you a numbers guy. You a money ball type of guy. Spirit and heart mean some shit.
Work, emotions don't.
No, they fucking don't. Because statistics take the mid-range shot out the game. That's what statistics do.
Statistics wins games, correct?
No.
Not
So
one.
okay, so
Better players win
a team that's
games.
dancing
People
on the
play
bench and shoots
basketball win
35%
games.
Not that
from
cut
three
and dry.
compared to
It's
a
not
team
that
that's
cut and
serious
dry.
It's
about
not.
winning and shoots 45% from three. That's not going to win you games.
That 45% from three makes niggas not
I
take
mean,
mid-range shots. That shit is not
Boston took
basketball.
100 threes against Knicks last year, and that was with
Yo, do you
analytics, and that
realize
screwed them
we take
over.
some of the most
No,
threes
three.
in the game and we miss the most threes in the game?
I'm not talking about 3-point percentage. I was trying to compare both of what you were saying. I'm saying a team as a collective whole that shoots 35%.
But talk about our team that shoots all of the threes.
You're not letting me finish my point.
All right,
A team
go
that
ahead. But
collectively
you're
shoots
distracting the point,
35%
though.
from no, I'm not. A team that shoots as a collective whole 35% from three, but dances on the bench compared to a team that shoots 42% from three and is sitting on the bench. Which one are you taking? You're taking
Neither
the
one of
dancers?
them is us.
You're taking the dancers?
Neither one of them is us.
You want a cheerleading
So what are you
team for a
talking about?
basketball team? I'm confused.
Neither one of them is us.
We got cheerleaders that go at halftime. If you want to watch people dance, you can watch that.
People are dancing on the
nobody wants
sideline
to
because
watch
there's
dance.
spirit
I
and
don't wanna watch
camaraderie
dancing.
and you're winning.
I
If
don't
there's
wanna
a
watch
bench
dancing. I
mob,
want to watch winning.
Bro. Why are we talking about dances? This just got fucking weird.
Well, because he's telling me so much about, we need to have good energy on the bench. We need to have people dancing and doing fun shit. I don't give a fuck what you do on the bench. Win fucking basketball games and win championships.
people
Until
dance
you
when they
put a
win. When
championship-
people don't dance when they lose.
Really, I don't see OKC dancing a lot. I see them serious about basketball and winning basketball.
Nah, they be over there happy on the bench. They be slapping each other fives. They be getting up and yelling for each other. They be telling each other what to do in the game.
I see them serious winning games. I don't see Detroit smiling and dancing around like a bunch of children. I see them winning games.
Yeah, because they're
Nobody gives
actually
a
like
fuck about
giving each other pointers from the bench. Like the bench is involved in the game as well.
So Yegor Zhouman talking up the bench in the last 3 seconds of the game with Josh Minot saying, "I want this shit." Yeah, okay.
From
so
Yegor,
they have 17 wins, but they were talking.
They're
They
terrible.
were energized. They weren't
energized.
So
they were happy they was about to maybe win a game.
Breezy already told me. Breezy already admitted it. He already saw Josh.
I saw
him standing there.
But what piping the game up? I seen that.
Yeah, he was.
Josh Minot saying, "I want this shit."
So just because you seen Yegor giving them a little pep talk, you think there's good energy on that bench?
Yeah.
You are crazy. You
I
are
will say
crazy.
the energy was the best tonight I've seen in weeks and months. I will say that tonight the energy was really fun tonight. But I just want to say one thing to Jay. To your point, listen, Jay, I see why you like Wilson. You and I may disagree who number one is, but if we have shots to get Wilson at any point from like 2 to 4, or 3 to 4, let's say, that we discussion about.
All gonna be
I see why you like Wilson. Defensively solid, athletically gifted. He has some offense in his bag, and the guy takes it personal and wants to prove the doubters wrong. And that kind of what is Brooklyn culture is all about. So I do see why you want him, and he could be a good building block if we do get him at like 3 or 4, something like that. I do see that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Like I said before, this is a 4-headed monster. You land any of the 4, you fucking cheer and you break out the red panties. You have a good night.
What's the Knicks, Kevin Garnett, man? That's all I'm gonna say.
I keep hearing that comparison, man. That is
just look at his game. Don't think I do is watch his game and look at Kevin Garnett.
What's the comparison? You keep hearing what comparison?
He looks
Kevin
like
Garnett.
To KG, man.
Yeah,
he looks like KG.
KG as a rookie was a beast, bro. He was tough.
If that's our power forward and we add a center to this team, that's a front court that could go up against defense.
Wait, will you play Wilson with Danny Wolf? Or no, that don't work out.
Wolf has to show some type of defensive energy if he got moved to the 5 to play.
Wolf isn't going to be the starting big next year. That's not a chance in the world.
Yeah, we have to get an actual qualified big man, respectfully. Wolf could be a good backup, though.
And so, but for what it's worth, though, Jay, I wanted to say I heard the reason why that BYU didn't play well is because they lost one of their guards. Like he was a real important guard.
Richie Saunders is a senior who was averaging 17 points and was their main leader.
I seen him shoot the ball before. I was like paying attention to certain BYU games, and it was a game that I was paying attention to AJ DeBonster, but he was going off. I think he had like 30 or something like
35 and 10.
Oh, you know the game I'm talking about. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, nobody could hit a shot for shit.
I think the Bonster broke KD's SEC tournament record too, right, in points.
I think he did.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah, all right.
But he's not dancing on the bench, guys, so we can't take him.
Shit don't impress me, you know what I mean? Let's see what he does. If y'all want him and y'all get him, I would love to see all of the shit that y'all have saying come true, but this shit don't move me.
If we got AJ and trade for Paulo, the Nets That's how you kind of rebuild.
And if was a spliff, I'd be high right now.
No, I get you, Jay. Listen, regardless of what we do, this 18-month timeline stuff is going to be.
Niggas love to talk fairy tale shit in here.
So then give us the answer that changes it all immediately.
I don't have the answer. Exactly. I don't got the crystal ball. Exactly. Y'all do. Y'all the answer is hard work. That's the answer. The answer is hard work, dedication, and discipline. You fucking build a strong team, try to build a winning culture. Don't go out there losing games on purpose and making niggas not come to the games. Okay. Don't do that.
So again,
build something that people want to be a part of.
It's a shit show when it comes to fan base. So it's not even like they go to the games whether we're winning or losing. So I don't want to hear
something that people want to be a part of. No, when there are certain parts of the season or certain narrative, people come to the game because they believe in something. But then once you start doing a bunch of dumb shit, niggas like, man, fuck that.
What's the dumb shit? Because again, this is a team that's average age is at like 22 and a half, and you're expecting them to win games right now. Again,
put a product on the floor that people want to see.
Okay, so what product do you want to see on the floor?
Not building around Mikal Bridges before.
Mikal Bridges wasn't on the team.
Like, no, from then it was terrible.
Okay, well,
like from then there have been no efforts to improve this
team. They could get for Kevin Durant and got 5 first-round picks for a 35-year-old. So again, those 5 first-round picks turned into our current 2 first-round picks that we got last year and now this year. So yeah. I know. Tell me what you would have done, oh wise one. What would you have done?
Yay! What would you? We got motherfucking Ben Saraf. Great.
Yeah. Tell me what you would have done.
And Hugo Gonzalez.
Tell me what you would have done. What would you have done once they traded for after they traded KD? What would you have done? Tell me. Because there's nothing that you can fucking do when you lose 2 superstars. There's nothing you can do. Reset the ship. It's fucking over. You need to rebuild.
I wouldn't have traded KD. I'll tell you that.
You told me
I wouldn't have traded him. He would have been an unhappy nigga on the bench.
When Mikal got
Same with James Harden.
He would have been an unhappy nigga on the bench. That's what he would have been.
Why trade?
So then he wouldn't have matched your energy that you so desperately need on the team. So then he would have been a bad example.
He would have been fine. He'd have got over it.
Apparently not. He got traded.
See, Jay's got that 90s style mindset, man.
He would have got over it. If either he'd have even not. What you gonna do? Not play, or you gonna play? One of you signed a contract. You gonna play? Or you not?
He wasn't playing before he got traded. He was out the last couple of games prior to it.
Well, then he just would have. He'd have sat out till he wanted to play again.
So then you would have complained that we were paying a guy that's not playing, like you did with Ben Simmons.
Nah, not to trade him for Mikal Bridges.
No,
and motherfucking
we did that with Ben Simmons,
and then they pay, and we were all upset. Not to pay CJ, and then get rid of him for another broken nigga.
Yeah, the guy that averaged 24 and 7 this year. I know,
bro. That guy is not as good as you think.
24 and 7, 46% from the field, 36.5% from 3, all above league average.
Just like AJ DeBonsa, another nigga that can't lead the wins.
He led his team to the 6th seed in one of the conferences. So what do you mean?
How many games? How many games?
There's 64 total games in the tournament, and the lowest seed is 16. He was 6th. Okay, so that means he's a top 30 team in that 64 leg bracket, correct?
Maybe he needed that other guy to win that you keep talking about.
Yeah, and they were in the top 15 conversation in the whole entire nation prior to
but when that guy goes out,
again,
then what happens?
You're asking an 18-year-old to do a 20-year-old's job.
See, look, it's not. Look,
you don't understand how basketball works.
You want to move the goalpost. It's
because we keep having these debates, but every single time
I'm not even debating you. I'm just having a conversation. I'm not even debating you. I'm telling you what I see. You telling me what you see,
and you're still wrong about everything so far.
And you're not right about everything so far.
No, but I am because I actually watched.
No, you're not.
But I am.
No, you're saying possibilities and all of these things, but that don't mean they're true.
You're saying me that you
sat here and told me that just because you draft a guy now and
you're telling me that a kid is not good because he's 18 years old and couldn't lead his team to a March Madness tournament championship.
No, I said he's not good because he can't get out the first round. See, you keep trying to move the narrative. Getting out the first round is different than winning the championship.
Let's see.
And I didn't even say he's not good. I said he's not as good as y'all are saying. Oh, he's the number one undisputed with a bullet. No.
Yep, great player.
And I'm
You're
also
denying that.
saying that just because you get drafted number one don't make you the best player. Just like
I
Ben
told him
Simmons
that.
was number one. I don't give a
I
fuck
told him
about where
that.
you was drafted. It's about what you do in your career.
Facts.
I told him that. I tried to
Like
tell him that.
them numbers
It's
don't
a
mean
sleeper
shit.
every draft.
Well, these numbers do mean a lot, and majority
All
of the
they
time
mean
they
is
hit.
what the person is going to get paid. That's all that
Hey,
means.
John.
That doesn't mean who's
Yeah,
better.
TJ.
What's that other point guard name? He's
Which
6'4",
one?
6'5". He
Which
played
one do you
today.
want to go? Kingston Flemings, Mikael Brown Jr.,
That's
LeBaron
why I
Filans?
forgot his name. What his
Which one
name
are we
is again?
talking?
Shout out to J1 in the chat.
I forgot his name. Say it again, Dylan.
Mikael Brown Jr., Kingston Flemings, LeBaron
Wait, Farline.
Filans, Darius
Yeah,
Acuff.
Farline. Yes.
Wagler.
See, he
Yeah,
had a good
Filans
game
a
tonight.
dog. Yeah,
He had
Filans
a
a
good
dog.
game.
But he puts up good numbers in college, and he's probably not going to make it to the finals, so he's not a good player.
Speaking of Nate Amenu, had a bad performance tonight. They said he was hurt while he was playing. I know a lot of people were crapping on his game. So
Then let me ask you something. If we wasn't
Bro,
landing
he had a
seventh pick,
bad
who
game.
you
You make it seem
picking
like,
at
dog,
seven?
he had a bad game. That game was terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was looking forward to him playing better than that.
they said he was
You
dealing
said,
with
who
a
am I
back
picking at
injury or
7?
something. They said he
Yeah,
was
if,
dealing with
like
a
who
back
was
injury or
landing seven?
something.
Who's the guard you pick?
Probably Keaton Wagler.
I said I told John the same thing. I told John. I don't know. I don't know. It's something about King Wilder.
Wagler's good, but he's not like over impressing. Like he's solid, but
The difference is Acuff is probably going to be gone, and so is Flemings. It comes down to, do you trust the development and upside of Wagler or Mikael Brown? And I trust Wagler a little bit more. 1, 2, he's a shooting guard. I don't want to add another point guard unless if it's Acuff or Peterson. So for me, I'm going the Wagler route.
I could see that now because Mikael Brown is also not playing. Like that's also a huge red flag with his back injury too.
Yeah, but again, I'm focused on the top 3, and I don't think any of those players are gonna be top 3 or the top 4. The top 4.
If we stay at bottom,
I think all of those guys could be the number 1 option based on what the roster look like right now. The way the roster look right now, bro, we definitely could be
John.
putting him in a driver's seat immediate expedition.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all this now. See, I was gonna wait to tell y'all this shit. I'm gonna tell y'all this shit right now. And I don't care what y'all say and this and that. And we stay at bottom 3. And this is what I think. I don't give a damn what nobody else think. If we stay at bottom 3, I personally believe we gonna land 4 pick. And don't remember, I said that shit. So when the draft lottery come and we land 4 and we stay at 3, I say that shit.
CJ, I was about to ask you, are y'all gonna be happy when we have 17 wins and get the number 5 pick?
I mean, if you get the Acuff kid, I know people hate the limitations, but offensively, he's been super dynamic. And he's playing with an ankle injury to drop the numbers he's dropping. And some of these guys don't even want to play because of their injuries. So
I'm not gonna get mad. We draft
Acuff.
because it's better than that with what we got over here. So I mean, I'm not gonna get.
I mean, if we go the Brunson route with Acuff, you just have to get a solid big secondary star next to Acuff to hide his weaknesses.
But the thing is, you got Igor, like you got somebody beside him, like that's the thing, though. So I mean, I'm not gonna get mad about that.
Igor's defense would have to be really good next year to play with Acuff for that backcourt mineral. Sheesh, that's gonna be tough to see.
I agree with this dude, Ashton Fetaduccio. What?
That's the
Diego
fun.
as a 6'9" point guard,
user.
and he is not a point guard.
Yeah, I don't think he a point guard either. I think he a 2 guard for sure.
The biggest thing is the health, man. Like I hope he doesn't have a deficiency with hydration, man, because that could be a worry.
And that's the point to me. Like y'all want to wish on a star for one nice guy, and then if he come in and get injured, just like Diego, or be injured and injury prone all year, then what? Then it was just a waste.
That's the worry with Peterson, man. If that's your backcourt, Peterson, Diego, they both gotta be healthy, man.
Right? I don't know what it is, but
that's why it's better to have a quality program and not just be wishing on a star.
Yo,
but hold on, and Jay, in all fairness, you told me that as far as programs is concerned, you went to a Long Island Nets game and you said, yo, this play is gonna be nice. I seen him play with Long Island. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was you right about that?
I forgot who else even talking about.
But
I was at the game, something was going off. He was doing good. He was busting ass. But who was it?
I really wish they didn't play Diego in Summer League last year.
Yeah, I was hoping you remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say that's the program. The program is the Long Island Nets. giving the players the green light for them to be the number one option because they're not going to get the same looks with the Brooklyn Nets. You got
That's
too many other
that's
players in front of them.
that's part of the program, but that ain't the program. The program is the big leagues, and Sean Marks, I don't think he makes a lot of the right decisions. And
Doesn't.
Jordy Fernandez, I'm not sure about his coaching ability because one of the best games that I seen coach this year was the one that he was injured or he was out. I forgot. Y'all remember that game? I can't remember the game, but
I forgot
it
what
was the
game it
game he
was.
wasn't there.
I forgot what game
I
that was.
It was
I
the
was
game
at
he wasn't there.
Minnesota.
It was one of the best coach games I've seen all year.
I
So
agree with you, Jay, but tonight kind of went past that. But I feel like for Jordy, instead of him asking the kids to give him stuff, he said, prove to Brooklyn base who you guys are. And that's what Jordy just needs to do. He doesn't have to micromanage their abilities, but let it blossom. It's Brooklyn. Like, I get he wants to be like a Greg Popovich type coach, but you don't got to be that. Just be Jordy. Like, I feel like he
Hey,
put higher
but
standards
does
on
he know
himself.
who
Breeze,
Jordy
drop the link.
is? Does he know
He
who
gonna-
Jordy is? What that mean? Because you saying
Drop the
just be
link, Breeze.
Jordy. Does he know what that mean?
I don't know, man. I just think for Jordy, like he put such a high bar on himself, but these kids couldn't match the bar he wanted, so they got to play their own game. Like tonight, I feel like tonight Jordy was just letting them play. That's all we want to see this year.
I think Jordy Fernandez got to learn all of the offenses that don't include the PNR this season. So if he
Right.
add the PNR to the playbook next season, he's gonna be an even greater coach. I know that.
But
I
if
think
he's not doing it, does he like the PNR? Does he believe in the PNR? Or is he just doing what statistics say? And does statistics say the PNR works? Or does it say shoot threes?
I
Dylan,
don't know.
That-
That's all-
does statistics go with the PNR,
Yeah, the
Dylan?
statistics show that we have a shit
why did
team, a
Jordy
young
change
team,
his
so
game
we're
up like
basing a
that?
coaching
See, look, you're
ability.
not answering the question. I'm asking about
I just
statistics
answered
in
your
the
question.
PNR.
I just
Do
answered your
statistics?
questions. Tell me
No,
who's
you
running the
didn't. You
PNR
said
on this team.
statistics show
What
about
big
this
man's
team.
running
I'm
the
asking
PNR?
you in
What big is
because you're
running
the
the PNR?
statistics guy.
What big is running a PNR on this team? 6'10", skinny ass Nick Claxton, or injured Day'Ron Sharp who hasn't played in a week? Tell me.
I mean, Claxton's
Okay.
7 years vet. He
Big
should be able
ass
to do a
Danny
lot,
Wolf.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, 7 foot non-physical Danny Wolf in his first year of basketball. Sure. Again,
No, he. So you're saying
unheard
no,
of
he can't.
expectations.
You're saying no, he can't run a pick and roll, or the pick and roll is not
Not as of
statistically
right now,
sound in
no.
this NBA.
Not as of right now, no. He can run a pick and roll as a point guard, not as a center.
Right.
Yeah,
Stop being. You ain't got to be so sarcastic. I'm asking you a question.
You can't call me sarcastic when you came into the conversation sarcastic. What do you mean?
Why not?
Well, why can't I?
But
Okay,
because
point
I'm
being, so
asking you
continue.
about this. You saying you the statistics guy.
No,
I'm asking you, is the pick and roll a sound option in today's NBA?
Not really, no.
See, that's what I'm saying, Breeze. Pick and roll ain't statistics. And if this team is being run by statistics, they want to let Chat GPT coach shit. Why would
That's
they
not
ever
even
come with the
statistics.
pick and
That's
roll
just
next
watching
year?
basketball. That's not even statistics. That's watching basketball. Most centers in the NBA can now shoot threes.
Yeah, but
Most centers in the NBA can now
that's
put
a
the ball on the
terrible.
floor and dribble in the mid-range.
That's terrible statistically, though. Oh wait, if your big is
Tell me
shooting
a team that's
threes,
running the PNR at a higher than 40% clip right now. Just name me
if
one.
your big is shooting farthest
can't,
from the
because there's not
basketball than anyone, he's the closest guy to the basket height wise, but his shot is 50 feet from the basket. That can't be statistically sound.
Yeah, correct. And statistically sound, we have 2 big men who don't space the floor, and both of them aren't that good. So what's your point?
They need to be by the rim. They don't need to be
They are
out by the
rim.
3-point line.
They are by the rim. Nick Claxton is shooting a career low, I believe, in field goal percentage this year.
Nasty.
Okay,
His
so my
hook
point
shot,
exactly,
his
and majority of his shots are within 12 feet of the fucking rim. So again,
Right.
it's not a statistics problem;
His
it's a big
shit-
man problem.
Nick Claxton shot need to be
$100
within 3
million for
feet
that
of the
type
rim.
of crap. $100 million for that type of crap, man.
Any other points? Because that one was immediately debunked again because we don't have a fucking center.
I asked you a question, like I said.
And I gave you
wasn't.
an answer.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
you
asking,
said
is there
any
another
other
question?
points. Like I'm not debating you, my brother. I really asked you a question.
You're coming into it as a debate, so I'm giving you the answers.
Huh?
I got answers. I got answers for days. So I'm just saying. Any other questions?
But are they the right answer? You just trying to win a debate that's not happening.
You just agreed with me. Is Nick Claxton a true center? Can he run a PNR at his height and his weight?
Nick Claxton is the center that this team wants,
and it's not good enough, right?
That's a Sean Marks move.
that depends on how you structure the team.
No, it doesn't. He's had 4 different teams to play on, and he sucked on all of them.
That's not true. He looked great when KD and Kyrie was here.
Just nobody guarded it.
But he looks good as a 5th option. But okay.
Look,
He's
I'm
not
just
a true
saying it's not
starting
true.
center.
You just like to say things
He's
that
not
push
a
your
true
narrative
starting
forward,
center.
but there are other
He's not a
things.
true starting center. Is that not correct?
He led the league in field goal percentage when KD and Kyrie was here, though.
Because he was taking less shots.
He was taking better shots.
No, he was
because
taking
they
less
were
shots. He
giving
was
him
wide
shots that he
open
could
because you
make.
were guarding the other 3 dudes on the floor that were combining for over 65 points a game.
So that means if you build the team and put him in the right place, he can be good.
Okay. How do you build a team? I asked you this already. How would you build a team?
Breeze,
Do you want to
ready an
destroy
extra
that?
hour, man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I
Well,
got y'all.
probably back to what Breeze was saying. You need somebody who could run the pick and roll.
Hey, Breeze, you had dropped the link.
Hold on. I've been dropped the link. Hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta
don't know why
end
they're
the
trying to
show.
message you.
I gotta end the show with this word right here. You know what I mean? Now, this is no pun intended to nobody, but I'm gonna read this word because, why not, right? Pontificate. It means to speak or write and give your opinion about something as if you knew everything about it and as if only your opinion was correct. So I must say, as Nets fans, we must not pontificate, and we must all listen to each other because we all want the same thing, and that's building the championship roster for NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to end off amicably and say, let's not pontificate and hear each other ideas and remember that there's only one mic. Shout out to everybody that joined the panel. Shout out to the members of the page. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the Nets fans. We the best fans. We know we're going to be back on more content real soon. I advise y'all to watch the playback. This was a good episode. Shout out to all y'all, man. Nets fans is the best